Hello, all you delightful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Zim, and this is Ascent to Ascend Pathfinder, Season 5, Episode 11, Festival Aftermath. We shall begin, as usual, with introductions, beginning with Taldarius.
Hello, I am Taldarius, and I will be the storyteller for Ascent to Ascend Pathfinder tonight. Gar, you're up.
I am Tochemay, and I'm playing Gar, the Gnoll Barbarian.
I am Zim, and I am playing as the Marten twins, a pair of sentient feral Marten psionic incanters. They are Ghost and Pirate today.
Interesting names. I'm up next.
I got inspired.
I keep telling you that they're Fae. No one believes me.
I believe you.
Just beat him with iron, and then you'll find out.
If they were Fae, they wouldn't be able to rest upon my shoulders. That would be too ironic.
Ow! Woof!
That's not the meaning of that word.
Arf?
Anyways,
Why are you a dog now?
just ignore him and continue.
Right, it's my turn, right?
So, Moriarty, Paint is actually a fae.
Paint dog?
Paint, the African wild dog.
Yeah. The icon he switched to just a minute ago.
Oh, okay. It's my turn.
Yeah, you're
right?
up.
Okay. I am Moriarty McCann, the Fox Bard, playing Moriarty McCann, the Fox Bard, and I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
And I am Tanya Sapien playing Rosalia Natusignus, the Necros Bunny. How's your calcium content doing?
It's been pretty
Is that
good
it?
since you got me on an all-milk diet.
Alrighty, hello, heretics. I am Temple. I'm playing Templedor Jägermeister von Glorious Borkenborg Wolfenstein. I am a big Wolven Paladin, captain of the crew, and, yeah, we're moving on from that.
Moving on from my all-milk diet.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Timber, go for the recap.
Alright, so, previous
I haven't
episode.
been this pleased with a group of folks since the Cormyreans sent the price of turnips through the roof during the onion famine.
Well, apparently, Geeman wants Jakovich to do the recap.
Well, I mean, if you really want Jakovich to do the recap, I can do that. But it does mean
Yes.
we won't be getting the timber recap.
No, we can have both.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, if you
Go-
want to
go
really
ahead.
spend the time having both, considering it's going to be a Jakovich recap.
Just let it be the Jakovich recap. Temple
Okay,
can-
okay.
Let's say Temple's going, and then just Jakovich is covering Temple as he's going over his things.
We just had them yelling at each other at one point. Or more Timber yelling at Jakovich, and Jakovich won't shut the fuck up.
No, it's just covering.
And
Temple
Moriarty,
as he's going over it.
That would be the swear jar. Which,
We have a
speaking
swear
of
jar?
Well, yes. 15
Yeah.
minutes. The 15 minutes at the start of the stream, you can't swear.
Of recordings.
Of
Oh.
recordings, yes. It's a $5 tip to the channel.
Oh. I don't have money.
What a bard thing to say. What a Moriarty thing to say.
I'm literally overdrafted right now.
It's
I'll
fine.
get you.
It's mostly a joke,
Alright.
anyways.
Okay, so, I will say I'm not gonna be able to do the new message thing, because normally, unless I'm doing it at random times, so that doesn't feel right, because normally, I have all of Jakovich's stuff pre-written, with all of the new message breaks written in it.
Let's just say he got the extendo.
Yeah, he has the
extra long
extendo
one.
version with no limit, so
Yeah.
none of the new message breaks, unfortunately.
Yeah, he found the good one.
Alright, trying to remember everything that happened, actually, because normally I'm not prepared to do recaps for this game, because it's always just...
Yeah.
Man, I've done so many recaps this week. Okay, Timber, can you just jog my memory real quick of what actually happened at the beginning of the session last week?
Basically, we just started going to the
Truly,
feral.
this is the dankest dungeon.
Okay, yeah.
Tanya Sapien tipped $5. Typical bard.
Thank you for the tip, Tanya.
Alright, yeah, I just needed a tiny bit, because I was, like, trying to remember, I'm like, I thought you guys just went to the fair, but, like,
Yeah,
normally you
that's
guys...
literally the
Yeah.
that's literally the beginning.
This is
The beginning was
dankest
the
dungeon.
metal ball instant.
Timberrun
Actually giving it to the guy.
tipped $5.
No, that was previous
Bad
episode.
bard.
Thank you as well, Timber. That is the first tier of the tip goal completed. Thanks to the bad bard.
Nice. Okay, well, no time like the present to, have to mumble and ramble. Alright, so, with that weird little group I met not last time, but, last time they were on the island, I don't really know exactly where they went after that, but I've been staying in correspondence with them. From what I heard, though, the last time they started off by going to a festival that actually had my third cousin, Alar, at it, which, they'll end up meeting later, but, I'll get to that. So, they end up going to this fair, and then they end up finding out that there's, a whole lot of free food and games and stuff and all that, and then, in order to get the most amount of things, I don't really know what they are. They're just kind of, small and, they seem like the sort of thing that, some of my cousins would have really liked a while ago, but, I don't know about nowadays. Nowadays, they're a lot older and tend to be, not as much into that whole stuff, but those smart twins that can actually put me in contact with a bunch of people and let me talk to them and really like hearing my stories. They ended up getting a whole lot of those things and then taking them back to their ship and arranging them real nicely there. Although there was some weird stuff going on, like the big guy that I don't know his name, but the big guy went ahead and had his other big underlings, big. I don't know what to call him, but had him going off on a training thing, but the training involved getting a bunch of booze and then leaving him booze, and all of that was happening while they were just enjoying the festival, and then that necromancer lady that's all weird actually happened to meet my cousin because I just had him around. He was doing his normal explosive thing, so he was just looking for a bunch of fireworks and all that, but ended up getting some explosives from him, including some of his special stock. I really did enjoy that special stock when I last had it. I mean, it did cost me an axe and everything, and it almost burned up my hand with it. But I guess my cousin Alar doesn't really consider that to be a downside, considering what he looks like. So I should have really expected that when I tried using it, but it caught me by surprise at the time. And then went off to show off some of my cousin's fireworks, and then found out that they were a lot louder than she thought they were gonna be. But that was perfectly fine. At that point, then their captain got back to the ship and got ambushed by his own men, and what he originally thought was just a bit of playing, but then later found out that it was actually because he had purple eyes or whatever that means. But I thought he couldn't see purple, but apparently they kind of can. I don't know. Maybe it's a special purple. And then Rose got an idea because my cousin Lars, he really does like explosives, made it a bit stronger than he probably should have otherwise, and kind of did a whole bunch of property damage to that Hashim guy's warehouse.
beautiful?
Yeah, and that's about it. That was about everything. Well, I don't need this report anymore. Throws it away. To the Kaiserin! And then it just throws it off the boat.
Well, you guys
And-
also were looking at least for Vesk, and because you guys did also decide to go to the house, but that didn't happen yet. So
It took me a moment to. It took me a moment to find it, but as for what happened when those fireworks went off, are you? Of course, Blurp would glitch out. Oh, it's not.
That's why you never send a machine to do stuff that Wolven can do, like make noises on command.
Apparently, Blurp had logged me out at some point in time.
nice.
Error: streamer does not have browser source plugged in.
Well,
What?
Maybe I just need to refresh the page. This is why.
everyone starts running off and doing, top secret, super secret, Inquisitor stuff. Do we have, because I know we got a big old pile of scrolls, do we even have sending scrolls?
No.
No. Okay. Well, I'd like to get one of those, but I know you're kind of on a mission.
Nope. I refreshed and Blurp still says streamer browser source not detected. I was gonna play the goddamn one. It was explosion and then Anyways.
Well, we kind of got like a stealth mission going on.
Yep. Waiting for someone to do the lead in. I may have been distracted with the blurb.
Yeah. Well, Tim was trying to figure out what we're gonna do.
Yep. Some of your options include finding Vesk like you wanted to, because he was last seen at the festival. Or you could directly go to Hashim's house, where you do have the address of it because of Moriarty's earlier snooping.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I do
me
a
and
bit
the
of
boys
scheming.
we'll go looking for Vesk. You more sneaky types go do your infiltrations.
Don't hesitate to ask for help if, Well, let's just hope that Hashim's a deep sleeper and hasn't gotten the news yet.
Well, I mean, you don't send Wolven to infiltrate stuff unless you want that place
Loud.
blown up and dead.
This is very true.
The Kaiser uses other people for that.
Hi.
Hi. Head pat.
Well, Ghost, you go with them. Pirate, you come with me. We'll split the group up. Cover more ground.
So is it me and Rosalia are sneaking?
And Ghost.
Who's
So where's
Ghost?
Gar going?
One of the Marten twins.
Right.
Yeah, his name's always Ghost. I can't believe you keep forgetting that. And I thought I was the one with the least amount of intelligence. Isn't that right,
squint.
Brutus?
Just squinting, going to a page in her spell book, squinting again. Yep, always been Ghost.
Yeah, I could have sworn they used to sound more similar than that.
Keep telling you people, but no one believes me.
They're just sitting there
I-
smiling.
I believe you.
And she's just taking note of the new names and putting the note next to it. or it has something to do with sailing ships. She keeps the notes decidedly vague so that way they don't get corrupted as well. She already learned that lesson.
Look at these people and their inferior notes. Nothing's better than a pictograph.
So which group am I going with?
Who do you want to go with, Gaul?
Well, I'm not that stealthy.
Well, you can cover a lot of ground. Why don't you help me and the boys go find Vask?
Okay, that'll work.
And as soon as Temple says that, he's got Vask by the back of his shirt.
Why don't you help me find
Yeah,
this guy?
sorry.
Holds him up.
And quite possibly, maybe there's a magic shop open. I need to buy stuff.
Oh, after
It
you.
will be unlikely a magic shop is open right now, if nothing else, because it's late at night.
Yeah. Kazan, damn it. Maybe Vesk knows how to. Maybe Vesk can. He's a teleport guy. Maybe he can teleport a doodle to my Inquisitor.
Well, Rose is ready to head out. To go to the haunted house on the hill that totally has no booby traps at all.
Oh, totally none. All right. So I think, do you guys have any group you want to follow in particular first?
I'm kind of curious what Vesk was up to.
All right, as captain, I guess I'll take initiative.
All right. So we'll start out with finding Vesk first. So right about now, the festival has started winding down. There was a lot of alcohol that was given about. Plenty of celebrations. It's a little bit of a mess, but there's also still a bunch of people milling about because either due to their natural schedules or just because this is a public holiday festival thing, and people tend to stay up for those.
Yep.
Hey, look, people can't sleep because of the fireworks.
You say that, but
Temple yawns because the explosions are making him sleepy.
Okay, blurb should be fixed if you don't mind testing it for me, please. I also found this interesting thing that I guess you guys can have, subscribers can have walk-on sounds. I guess when you enter chat or something, you get a free sound.
Yeah. I still have yet to see someone do the, 90s crowd laugh for when they enter.
All right. You guys remember the wizard dude? We're looking for him. His name's Vesk. Try to stay in groups of two, unless you're Gaul, because he's just faster than all of us.
all right.
Who does
trying
she go
the
with
thing.
Gaul?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were done. Trying the thing.
Randolph, you're with me. Gaul,
Oh.
you got your family, so you're
Also, I'm
technically
going
not
to-
alone.
I'm just gonna roll this preemptively.
Yay! It works now.
Huzzah! Also, I was more celebrating Moriarty's role.
Yeah. So yeah,
Solid
Randolph,
31.
He vanished.
Randolph, and go on.
No, I just said he vanished.
Randolph and Brutus are going in a group. Temple's going to take Ulf. And I guess so we got 3 groups of searching.
All right. I'll roll for the NPC group searching. Could I have the 2 of you make rolls?
Yep.
Also, if Pirate wants to roll, because I know Pirate's nearby. Just because you know you're the one with this group.
Well, remember what Timber's previous job was.
Finds
She
the
look at-
wizard. Oh, okay.
Find the halfling.
No, I'm looking for the wizard.
The wizard halfling.
Whistling.
I like how I rolled so much lower than everybody, but I tied from the highest.
Hey, just be happy Temple actually perceived something. Current objective, find the wizard. Temple locks in.
All right. So the way that I'm gonna have this go is you guys are gonna kind of go to the main area of the festival and then start branching out from there because that has the most amount of people. They're more likely to find them there. And pretty much all at the same time, although Timber does turn immediately and then go oh hey, there he is, after getting through a group or 2 of people. You're all pretty quickly going to realize where he is because he is currently chilling by a table with an alcoholic drink and effectively just imagine the Hawaiian vacation look. He has picked up some relaxation celebration gear.
I'm just sitting on the beach with a cool peach lemonade.
And he is very obviously the biggest of chills right now.
Is
And
he
here comes Mr. Not Chill.
Is he the most Bing of chilling?
True.
Fun fact, you guys all know what Bing chilling means.
Nope.
It means ice cream in Chinese.
The more you know.
Dun, dun, dun,
It does mean ice cream, which is pretty funny.
I do not scream,
It's
I
funny that
love
we...
but I do yell.
It's just like we use Bing chilling as for someone who is chill or cool. Which is it still kind of works.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
ice cream. But it's just I'm the most ice cream. Just, I find it funny.
Personally, I'm a big fan of back formations. Which is
formations?
Yeah, so it's where you take a complete word that has a prefix or suffix attached, but doesn't have with it removed, doesn't have an actual word, like disgruntled. Gruntled is a back formation of disgruntled that was invented later afterwards to mean the opposite of disgruntled.
Huh.
So it's called a back formation. Here's your fun fact for the day. But yeah, Veska's just chilling there.
Temple will march up to Vesk.
He's gonna take a sip of his drink and then go, "Oh, hey, it's the big guy. What do you need?"
We are preparing to leave. I do apologize for cutting your vacation short.
And Timber's never sorry.
He's gonna look around a bit and then go, "I mean, it's a weird time to ship off, but I mean, I guess."
we need to be ready on a moment's notice. The mission parameters have changed.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that. There's a reason I'm supposed to be retired. Is there something like? Is there about to be a? I'm just gonna call it a mass event.
I finally
One
catch up.
might say, it's already happened.
Rose caused a mess. We better get going.
Oh, great.
Just throwing me under the bus like that.
Why is it? And he's gonna like quiet down a bit, and then go. Why is it your necromancer has to make a mess in the anti-necromancer place?
Hey, I will take full responsibility for this. I left her unattended.
Do you really think that was going to stop her?
Yes.
Normally that's his excuse for me. I'm sorry, I'm not there.
Still
To be fair, there's the network.
Yeah.
Well, crap, because we're gonna have to if we're shipping off, unless you want to leave some of these kids here. I know some of the kids are still running around because, you know, it's a festival.
Yes. That's why we're here. We're trying to gather everyone up so we can ship off as fast as we can.
Goodbye, children. Goodbye.
It's not the first time you've been abandoned. Bye.
It won't be the last either.
Dude fucking parried that.
When they say parry this, but you can actually do it. But Vessel's gonna sigh and like take off his straw hat and like put it on the table next to him and kind of like start standing up. Alright, so are you gonna give me any more details about the mess, or am I just heading back to the ship?
Well, we are trying to find leads on this handler guy, and almost sneaky party members or
Blew up a
doing
greenhouse.
espionage.
Okay, please tell me it was a random greenhouse.
A specific one. You know who.
Didn't I just tell multiple of you to not mess with that one?
And she did it anyway.
This is what happens when you let people have free will. They mess up. Anyways, we have children to find, and Vesk, I might have a favor to ask you later, but that's lower priority.
Yeah, alright, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go back to the ship in case he finds out and comes to the ship. Because from the way it sounds like, there's currently only a bunch of children at the ship.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going back to the ship.
Hey, they're 3 kobolds. They can hold their own.
They're only a bunch of children.
Mentally,
And a
anyways.
Which is also a child. All right, Temple's gonna, march out to the center of the place he's in. Look left and right, pull out his little trench whistle and blow it twice. And it's just that whole Pikmin thing when you blow the whistle, trying to gather all your fucking troops. That's Temple trying to gather as many people as you can. The we call whistle.
All right. I'm trying to think about what. Considering that, like, you know, you are in charge of them, it should only really be a matter of finding the children and telling them to go back to the ship. For at least, you know, the vast majority of them to go back to the ship. So I'm fine having your previous perception rolls also count for that if you guys want.
Yeah, that works.
Good thing that he got a nat 20 because there's always going to be that one kid that just doesn't understand the gravity of the situation and the fact they're on the target list.
Yeah. So you're not gonna have to try too hard really, because you are in charge of these kids and they agreed to, like, you know, listen to your orders. So yeah, you guys are able to, like, actually fairly quickly find pretty much all of the errant children and send them back to the ship.
Wait,
There's,
we're
like, a
missing
couple-
Grug.
No,
Nah,
he's
Grug's-
back at the boat. He never left.
Grug-
He's still
Grug didn't
pounding
leave
that
boat.
ball.
He's currently
still pounding
making-
the ball, yeah.
He's currently making the almighty dice of deciding.
Yeah.
Y'all are gonna get a catapult just to launch his dice of justice.
Oh, no. That's gonna be his offering to the Kaiser.
All right. So there are a couple of kids that, like, you know, kind of like complain and bitch and moan, but, like, you know, it's generally the older ones that are more complaining about how, like, you know, they didn't want to leave the festival this early, but yeah, they kind of go along with it.
Gaw. Not being too mean to him.
Yeah, you're not being too mean to the conscripts because this is supposed to be a leave day.
Yeah.
And Timber knows how to give the soft sell when shore leave is canceled.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys are able to get all the children back to the ship.
Alright, well, Timble will get back to the ship, have Buddha stand on the dock, you know, and just with him and the other Wolven just continue to get the ship ready to go.
All right. If I remember correctly, you already had them working on that a little bit earlier, so...
Yeah. Just any final preparations.
Yeah. Like, you know, just getting ready to, like, you know, untie from the dock, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They have two plans for that. In case they have time, they're, like, you know, going to have it, like, you know, if you're not leaving it in an emergency, they're going to actually untie it, and then if you just have to do it really quick, they're just going to cut the ropes.
Yeah.
They have sword and or bayonet. It's fine. Yeah, do you guys want to go and find anyone or anything else? Or shall we move over to the Sneaky Beaky team?
Well, Timble has everybody he cares about, other than the people sent on a mission.
Yeah, I know if I go talk to Halnir, tell him that we won't have time. But I don't have time for that, so
Yeah.
Back to the ship.
One thing I remind you is that you guys did kind of invite Alar to come along. And obviously he hasn't moved his shit over.
Who's that?
The explosive
Fireworks guy.
Oh, he's
Timber-
coming with us. Yes.
Well, you did invite him to come along.
Yeah. All right. I'll go and see if I can convince him to come.
All right. How are you gonna convince the firework man that makes the birdie powder to come with you right now, this instant?
That's easy. Timber's a
What
large
was his-
size. Pick him up.
What is his name?
Alar.
Hello.
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button. This ship will self-destruct in 3 minutes.
All right. Timbo's gonna go up to Alal with the barrel of booze that he did not destroy, because the Wolven did have a barrel of booze.
Yep.
And he's gonna march right up to that table and like make sure not to put it down on top of any fucking explosive.
All right. So not actually putting it on the table. Got it.
Yes. He's gonna tap the top of this and says, "All right, Alal, I need a lot of explosives. I need you. I got this barrel of booze. We're about to kick off this ship. We're about to ship off. I'd like you to come with me. I can promise you 2 things: gold and explosives. And maybe booze."
You can tell that this man is more than a little bit drunk at this point. Not just from how, like, you know, how he's looking, but also because he kind of hasn't been cleaning away the bottles, so there's literally like just like a mound of empty bottles near him. And he's gonna go, "Okay, so you promise me gold, explosives, and booze." I feel like there's something else that's important, but that seems like the 3 most important things. He's gonna like look around a bit and then go, the only thing is that most of these aren't exactly very safe to move. So I don't know if you want to, you know, go all in all of these right now in a hurry, but I had a thing for that, but I don't remember what it is.
Can Timbo roll a knowledge engineering to see if he might understand what he's trying to say?
Sure, although it's probably going to be a lot less impressive than you think.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's good enough roll for me. Looking around his area, you see what equates to a dolly.
You know, Timbo's like, you know, looking around, kind of his 2 brain cells are actually walking. Golden light shines on the dolly. I think I know what you mean. Temple will... This is a human, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so Temple will assist the human to the boat and the explosives.
All right. So that dolly, I'm assuming you're going to be stacking it up to max, right?
Yep.
I will say one of the twins is there and does have telekinesis.
Oh, snap.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, so I didn't know if the twins stayed with Timber or with or who else was there. So Timber was the only one saying he was going off and doing this.
Well, yeah, but the twin also likes to
Yeah.
piggyback on Timble.
One of them is there. The other one went with the other group.
Yeah.
However, I'm afraid I do need to step away for a few minutes. I will be back ASAP.
All right. Well, this doesn't change the fact that he has, like... this does not
Really,
change the
Tanya?
fact that he has far more explosives than it is reasonable to transport.
And this is a bad thing?
Oh, I'm just saying you're gonna have to pick a little bit. So at least for the dolly, these things are not clearly marked. So they're more just marked with numbers, which is good and bad. Good because it makes it really hard for anyone to tell what it is if they don't know the numbering system. On the other hand, it uses a numbering system, which Timber is going to have to try and interpret.
Alright, intelligence?
Yeah, I was about to say, this is probably just going to straight up be intelligence.
Roll hot, come on.
That's fairly high.
More than I can count.
True. All right. So it takes a little bit, but you think it has 3 numbers on it. Not like how people generally tend to do it, where it's like a countless amount, but like vertically, where it's 3 different numbers.
Oh, they're stacked.
Yeah, they're stacked numbers. But for all of the boxes of about the same size, the bottom of the stack numbers are the same. It's the other 2 numbers that change a lot between different boxes. The one on the top tends to be countless, where it's just a really, really big number past what you know how to count. And the one on the middle, that one generally ranges, well, you know, from the numbers that you can actually count. You do see it go from 1 to 8, and then it becomes unintelligible past that. So, are you going to grab some of the boxes that are unintelligible in terms of the middle number, or are you going to go for the ones you can actually count?
Oh, by the Kaiserun. I'm gonna go with the unknown.
You're going to go with the unknown. Alright. So you're going to go with the unknown ones that has the highest amount of uncountable numbers? That, like, you don't know how to interpret, but, like, you know, they're next to each other? Or are you just gonna...
Yeah.
The
More good.
Bigger number, more good. Got it. Alright. Yeah, so you can go ahead and stack some of those on the dolly. You could probably get up to, like, if you're grabbing like the biggest boxes available, which I feel like you probably will, because bigger better.
Yeah.
You can stack up to 4 of the biggest boxes. These boxes are more like, you know, long than high, so they're good for dolly use.
And Timber's gonna carefully wheel it back.
All right. Because you are using the dolly and, like, the roads are actually nice here, there's not going to be any risk of anything untoward happening with these. I was assuming that the twins are just going to grab a random selection of, or, you know, the twin that's there, Pirate, is going to take a fairly large selection of just mostly random boxes.
How many people are around the warehouse he's in?
Oh, Yeah, so
Quite a bunch.
he is pretty close to the main area for the festival, so like a lot of festival goers are.
Okay.
But also, people have gotten pretty used to not being in the way of transportation things throughout the night, mostly because that's how the booze gets around, and they kind of want the booze to be there.
All right, sweet.
And Zim did send a message saying yes, he will. So,
Alright.
By the way, the thing Alar was trying to think of that you didn't mention was food. But he accepted with no guarantee of actually being able to eat, because you offered him explosions and booze.
It's okay. I'm pretty sure if these things do what you say they do, Temple is gonna give him all the food he could ever want.
True.
Alright, well, we're gonna get back to the boat, and Temple's gonna go store that stuff in the ammo dump area.
Yep.
That seems safe. Like last time.
Are you gonna go with the lowermost one or the actively able to grab one?
Actively able to grab.
All right, so that's in the back of your gun deck.
All right.
Or your galley gun deck, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Because you also have one below that, like, you know, on the other side of the brig and where Vesk makes your food.
I'm gonna keep the explosives away from our eating area. I might be woven, but I know that you don't mix flour with gunpowder.
That's fair.
Unless you want it spicy.
It does make a good pepper substitute. Just don't chew too quickly.
Just the concern. Temple with concern. Here's the pause in front of his. Because, you know, he thinks you're actually telling the truth and not joking with him.
All right. So, yeah, you are able to do such. Although you will eventually, because you are bringing a lot of explosives with you. The most of the non-dolly explosives are gonna have to go into the lower deck anyway. It's just more, what you're putting the high number, big number ones. It's a surprise tool that might help us later.
It's a surprise tool that will definitely help us later. Brutus, grab the big uncountable box. Throw it.
Only good decisions here. Speaking of good decisions, let's say we move over to our stealth team.
Yeah, I gotta use the restroom anyways.
Unfortunately, Zim isn't back yet. His mic is still muted.
Well, yeah, but you know there is still Moriarty and Rosalia doing things, so you know.
Yeah, no, it's that means that the stickers aren't, the audio isn't being piped through voice chat.
Ah.
I'm still gonna play it for the sake of chat, though. Yeah. Meanwhile, back at Hashim's house.
Yeah. Also, Zim is saying that some stickers don't have audio, but it should still be feeding through. I cannot verify the authenticity, although it doesn't look like he's muted. He probably only muted his mic, so it still probably should feed through.
Yeah, either way. FBI Open Up was the thing that I played. Anyways, continuing.
Alright. So, Moriarty already rolled and got a very high number. Rose, would you mind rolling me a stealth?
And it's worth bearing in mind that, oh wow, I do not have stealth. It's worth bearing in mind that I would have given him a heads up about booby traps. That, Hashim's greenhouse was full of them.
All right. Well, luckily, what I do for stealth rolls is I add up the results of the group and then divide it among you for an average group roll.
Yeah.
So
Rose
that
is
way,
very
one
sneaky.
person being unstealthy doesn't nuke the entire group's stealth to oblivion.
Rose isn't used to being sneaky.
Yep. So this would make your aggregate a total result of a 19 on your stealth. Because I'm nice and I round up. All right. So, you guys are going to be.
Offering.
Oh,
Tochemay tipped $90. Razim contract.
There we go.
Well, because Zim's still away, Toshi, thank you so much for the tip to the channel and the support as always. All right. So, you guys were warned about traps existing for this guy. So, what sort of things are you going to be doing to attempt to watch out for traps?
obviously.
Yeah. If you want,
I mean,
you can also just, roll, but,
Oh yeah, I can do that too.
Are you using the lantern that the Martens have?
Oh yeah, actually, if one of the Martens is with us, right?
Yes.
I would be asking for them to use that.
The lantern only shows, like, invisible things, right?
Yeah.
Alright. So it wouldn't actually reveal mundane hidden traps, only magically hidden.
Okay, so Rose is a little bit off her game because she's realizing how badly she fucked up. Also, she's not exactly, good at home invasion robbery.
Alright. Moriarty, would you like to do anything in particular?
Moriarty? Might be muted.
Are you muted? Uh-oh.
Lost him.
He's so stealthy, we lost him.
To be fair, time frame, Rosalia is more used to making shady deals and doing ethically dubious things than skulking around. She's more the type to just kind of show up into the graveyard and take the bones, than sneak in the dead of night.
Meanwhile, Timbal kicks door and throws new explosive and runs away.
You mean you run away from
Still.
explosions?
Yes, because I am not a cool guy. Remember, Tochemay, there is no such thing as a woven hero. I can't walk away from that. I have to run.
There. Now is it gonna work? There it goes. For whatever reason, it wasn't letting me buy bits. I was being stupid. So. Yeah, I'm gonna... Rose will definitely not be taking the lead because she's not exactly good at this. But the problem is that Moriarty appears to have either gone to sleep or is suffering some microphone problems or whatever. Want me to ring him?
Sure, go ahead.
Do.
And we lost the button.
Well, I think she's calling him. So,
Yep.
I am here. He is not. Also, I noticed that his avatar was turning green there. Was the Discord ringing actually piping through his microphone?
Not really, although it might have, like, picked up fragments, so it, like, acted like it was transmitting, but it was too low to actually,
Ah,
Well, it looks like it's up
Well,
to you.
I heard like a rumple sound a second ago through Moriarty's mic.
What's up?
Hey,
there
Hey,
we go.
he's
There
back.
he is.
where were you?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't
where
know?
were?
Damn, he's good.
He's very sneaky. He even lost himself.
I just heard a cut off no in the background. But Moriarty, you okay?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Are you available for the current scene?
Believe so now.
All right, cool. You do sound pretty distant though, just to let you know.
Let me fix that.
He's trying to be as quiet as possible.
Yeah. Word of
Method
warning:
acting.
if you're feeling slightly drowsy during these games, don't lie down. I learned that the hard way.
I always do things hard.
Actually, I do.
All right. So the aggregate stealth roll for your group, because I like doing the aggregate so that way one unstealthy person doesn't nuke the group. Was a 19. And yeah, so you have been warned about the possibility of traps. Rose really seems to be off her game right now, though.
I'll pick
would
up
you-
the whole rose.
Yeah. So there is perception checks being used to try and notice Eddie traps or the like.
I rolled a 31 in stealth, not a 31 in notice.
Nope.
But I'll notice anyway.
Yeah, just make a roll.
Perception.
Percepciones, yes.
Is it a natural 20 did it?
I'd assume so, yes. By the way, the dice are being extra nice to you right now. Wow.
My timing was
wasted the roll.
perfect on that.
Timber with his random rolling, always wasting his best rolls.
I do it for the meme.
Alright, what I was going to say is Morty so far this session has rolled a 19 and a 20. The dice are being really nice to him right now.
He's stealing all my luck. I told you I'd turn him into a vampire. No one believed me.
A luck pyre.
Actually, it's because, I won't say.
Technique!
We are at a house, and you rolled a nat 20 on perception.
Yep. Alright. So, one thing you would notice with that nat 20 in your perception is that this house does not exactly look the most lived in. Now that could be explained by the fact that, like, he doesn't really spend his nights here. But this seems to be almost meticulously cared after. In fact, you'd go so far as to say that, like, this place right now, seems to more be set up in a painstakingly as normal as possible way. Which is very strange for what you know is to be a very, very dangerous alchemist necromancer mix. You'd expect at least, like, some weird stuff around. Like, at least some ingredients, maybe, like, some parts. But all of that is confined to one area where it seems like there was a very nice alchemy set there. Like alchemy table, a workstation, which looks like it honestly isn't even really used. And notably, you are finding no traps around, actually. Although you do find a safe. It is very well hidden, and it is nearby to the work area. It's sort of recessed into a wall behind, like, at least, like, a little bit of coverings. It was actually pretty well hidden, but you find that surprisingly easily.
That was easy. Too easy. Pat.
Am I the only one who thinks this place looks a little too clean?
Yep. The only other thing of notice is that by the workstation, there's, like, a bunch of unlabeled potions.
When you say unlabeled, is there any other non-label determining features? Like, does it smell like acid?
Well, I mean, they're all stoppered, and, like, there's plenty of, like, different colors and variations and the like. But if you pick one up and inspect them, you can actually notice that there's, like, a very faint covering of dust. These are here, but it doesn't actually look like they've been handled recently.
Yeah, pop the tops on all of them and drink them all at once.
you can if you really want to. I
don't
would not
want to.
recommend it.
I was not thinking of leaving the campaign this early. We'll get to the end of this session first.
All right. But yeah, you would be able to at least, like, notice that much on the potions.
Hey, these are decorative.
Yeah. Seems like this entire house is just a stage. Either he only owns it for the sake of owning it, or he's got something hidden inside where he actually does things.
Aye, if this place is the stage, then we're playing the fool.
Spend all day working on that one.
Just the last minute.
Well, can't exactly go to the greenhouse to dig things up. So our only options are search around for any potential hidden chambers here, crack the safe that might very well be a trap or a decoy, or go to the rehab center and that gets risky very quickly.
You open up the next door peekaboo, there he is.
Notably,
have, like-
it does not look like anyone is here.
You open up the door, there he is. Hello, goodbye, slam.
Doesn't one of us have a form of clairvoyance?
What was your question?
Didn't. Ugh. Sorry. It is. Weirdly cold right now for some reason. I don't know why. But didn't one of us have clairvoyance?
Well, let me double check the scrolls at least. Relago scrolls.
Don't touch Timber's chew toy.
I am not seeing any scrolls of clairvoyance. So, unless you have it a spell, probably not.
Okay.
Well, Rose is going to branch off a bit to search. She's going to specifically be looking along floorboards and wall panels to see if there's anything that stands out, like a hidden door sort of thing.
All right. Go ahead and roll perception for that.
Gotta find the dang thing, and hope I don't roll like crap yet again. Oh, I was actually really good.
Yeah. No, this is a fairly normal 2-story house, where there's not even a basement level, and searching around both on the inside and then quickly on the outside shows that there's also, if there is a basement, there is no basement access. Again, the only real thing that you're finding that's hidden or out of place is that safe.
Well,
So-
we hit it with a bit of crack.
Yeah, how good are your safe cracking skills? Unless you've got a spell for that. I don't think there's
Unless you
anyone
have
nearby
luck.
who's going to hear anything.
You forget, Rosalia. I'm a bard. I'm at least a little bit good at everything.
Yeah, and you're especially good at getting into things, right?
You should know.
That was the joke, yes. Oh, whenever you're ready.
What do I roll?
Well, it'd either be sleight of hand to try and lockpick it, or I believe, don't you have knock as a spell?
I think so, but let me double check. Is that under abilities or actions? That's it. Let's
Yeah, you had
see.
knock.
I
Well, I
do
remember
have
one of
knock.
you had knocks. Yeah.
Yes,
so you could also
I have
just
knock.
use knock to open it.
Well, there's one major problem with using knock. So I will try to lockpick it first.
All right.
Oh, it's a house on the edge of town, right? And we haven't seen anybody else here.
Well, you have seen no one else
300
there.
300 feet is a long distance, and just because we haven't seen anyone doesn't mean they definitely won't hear us.
True.
And besides, my hands are deft. Look at that finger work.
Bro. With that, yeah, you would be able to pop the safe open.
Not the only thing I popped open. Alright, enough of that. That's the sound it made.
Inside, it appears there is a bundle of documents.
Seriously?
Yep, it contains things such as deeds, purchase history, and the like.
By the way, that was in character. Rose just like, seriously?
To which thing?
I was half expecting it would either be empty or would blow up in your face.
Well, you've got me half dead, so... I'm gonna cast Detect Magic, by the way.
Alright. You would find magic on, like, the bottom of the safe.
Hmm.
An Indiana Jones this?
Do we know? Am I able to tell what kind of magic?
Uh,
Because I think detect magic gives me the class of spell.
well, and you learn at School of Magic, if any. At least for the version that I think you have. All right.
Well, if it's anything necromantic, or branching from Necros, I just rolled a 32 on spellcraft.
Yeah. So what you would be able to find is that effectively this is a necromantic trap that activates if the bottom of the safe were to be removed. Unless you it isn't a very it wouldn't like explode or anything. It would just be set to release one thing. So basically, if you're going to be removing the bottom of the safe, just don't be next to it while you do it.
Coco Cam?
To find out what's underneath the safe.
By the way, yes, this with this you'd be able to easily find out that that safe has a false bottom.
And okay. So to be clear, this is to. Is what you're saying that the safe is atop a trap door, or that the safe inside of it has like an extra secret compartment?
The safe has a false bottom, but if you try to open it, it'll set off a necromantic trap.
Yeah. Basically, it's fairly evident that the reason that the main safe wasn't trapped is also partially to, like, in case someone did come snooping around and demanded, like, let's say the law enforcement, because, he is technically supposed to be under surveillance, is like, hey, what's in the safe? He can show that he just keeps, like, his deeds and stuff in there, and then that's good enough. So it's not supposed to be trapped in case someone that is an authority figure has to access it. But there is a false bottom to it that is actually, like, pretty hard to discover, except you're using detect magic on it, which makes it fairly evident that the bottom plate is enchanted with a necromantic thing.
So if I were to like shift the safe a little bit, I can see there's nothing beneath the safe, and that whatever.
Oh, it's recessed into a wall.
Oh, it's one of those. Okay.
Yeah, it's a recessed safe.
So if I just shoot my hand punching through the plaster underneath the safe,
Bold of you to assume it's plaster.
I was about to say, this place is made out of brick, so, like, maybe if timber
You'd
did
get
it?
a broken hand.
Yeah. Hey, Moriarty, your arm looks a little short.
you don't understand. That's the hand he uses.
I'm sorry, Moriarty
Oh my
isn't
God.
a barbarian.
Barbarian. Anyways, Rose is
He's not a barbarian. He just has, one arm that's a lot stronger than his other.
Alright, well, once the documents have been removed from the safe, Rose is just going to casually set a Coco Cam in there and then go to the far end of the room and wait for Moriarty to realize what she's doing.
Oh, am I not carrying her anymore?
She's been carrying me the entire time. Once we're in the building.
I like it. You're soft.
Oh my god.
He does the little thing where he like feels her ear with like, between his thumb and index finger, and he just like kind of rolls it around because like that's so soft.
I will bite.
You know I like it.
Either way. So yeah, she's just going to sacrifice one of the Coco Cams to whatever this is. And since it's necromantic, depending on what type he made, it might be completely unharmed.
Yeah, about that. That Coco Cam was immediately getting sprayed with magical acid.
All right, so the note is locked. I'm just going to remove one of the cocoa cams. I'm assuming there was nothing left.
Yeah, no. It is effectively evaporating that cocoa cam.
Going to update my summoning budget.
So sorry about that. I am back.
All right.
I'm sorry you're back too.
Damn.
Savage.
And I was holding you by the ears.
Okay, so a bit of a catch up, because Ghost would have been there. The place is immaculate in a way that it's pretty obvious that this place is actually kind of a bit set up to look as normal as possible. There is an entire alchemist bench, like very expensive, very nice. It doesn't even look like it's used, and the unlabeled potions nearby to it had a small layer of dust even. The only thing off about this place they found is a recessed safe, which all they found in it originally was just a bunch of like deeds and documentation. But they did a bit of detect magic and found out that the bottom panel of it was magical, and so obviously it had a recessed bottom. They pulled the bottom off of it using a cocoa cam, and now the cocoa cam has been evaporated by acid.
Okay. And where exactly are we?
Hashim's house.
Okay. Alright, I'm good.
Alright. So the cocoa cam has been evaporated, but it looks like that was it. You're also probably pretty glad that you yourself was not reaching into that.
And before approaching, Rose will be holding the hood of her robe over her face. She knows that he has aromatics, and he might be smart enough to have redundant traps.
All right. So when you get inside of there, you find another set of documentation. This time, however, before you were mostly finding deeds to the house, a couple what would be, it's labeled as a business, which apparently he was going to be trying to open up a business when his time in under observation was over.
Do we technically own this legally then?
If your name is Hashim,
If you want to forge the...
Yeah, you'd have to forge it. Legally, no, you don't. You have access to the deed, but the deed is titled to him. However, in the bottom compartment, you find a couple bits of documentation that are very interesting. First off, this is where he keeps the deed to his greenhouse. And also, it has schematics for said greenhouse, which includes multiple layers of basements at the greenhouse that he had dug out and made.
Hell yeah, jackpot.
You know, the warehouse you blew up, and currently the top part is rubble.
No, we didn't need that part anyway.
Did she stutter?
Yeah, I was about to say, did I freaking stutter?
All right. But yeah, you are now able to very clearly see not only the fact that the warehouse has more to it than you were able to see from being there, but also the rooms aren't labeled for what they're supposed to be, but you also now ahead of time know the general layout of this place.
No guarantee these schematics are current or accurate, but it's definitely something to go on.
It's certainly more than you had before.
Now get out your portable hole so you can get down to the basement.
Yeah, about that.
Where'd you put your
Closest
portable
thing-
hole?
The closest thing I have to a portable hole is currently depleted until morning.
I didn't think
Also,
I took
doesn't
that
that-
much out of you.
Also, doesn't that base get based off site? You'd have to see down there.
Yeah, well, maybe there are some cracks. I could just like wedge it in, you know. What if it's not a perfect door?
All right. So, what are you guys going to do with this information?
Well, I'm thinking that we should check in with the rest of the team, tell them what we found, and decide from there who's going to be going to venture forth into the lair of a necromancer that if he finds us down there, we will most assuredly not die. And I mean that in the worst possible way.
You just
Okay,
don't like
ringing the others.
I don't like what? Moriarty?
Yeah.
I said,
Sorry,
you said
did I
I don't
not-
like what?
Oh, I didn't know I cut off.
No, it wasn't that you cut off. There's that Zim spoke right as you were speaking, so I didn't hear the second half.
I didn't hear Zim speak. Oh, weird.
Anyways.
All right. So, the rest of the group is being contacted with the information you've learned here, right?
Yep.
All right. The rest of you will now be apprised of the situation.
Do we have the means to dispel the safe?
What'd you say, Moriarty?
Do we have the means to dispel the safe?
Well, I mean, it was sort of like a one and done kind of thing. Now that it has been
Right. Oh, I know
activated-
that is. Oh wait, we did activate the safe?
Yeah, the Cocoa Cam. They had the Cocoa Cam pull up the panel a bit, got evaporated by acid, and then it was disabled.
So you guys discovered that the greenhouse has more stuff?
Yeah.
Right.
We found schematics indicating that there are subterranean chambers. Which means they would have survived the explosion.
Is it big enough for, like, you want me to bring the Wolven with me? You want me to come, or what?
The schematics do have it as a fairly large area. So, you know, the Wolven would be able to fit down there.
All right.
It's your call.
Before leaving the house, she is going to return the panel to the bottom of the safe, and she's going to return all of the documents except for the deed to the house, and close the safe. Not returning the private documents, just the mundane, boring ones.
And you're keeping the document for the house?
Yeah, the deed to the house.
No, the greenhouse?
Well, the deed to the greenhouse was with the illicit ones, so that we're keeping.
Yeah.
That.
Okay.
It's the
lumps.
mundane ones that were on top. The only document
Look.
that she's removing from that is the deed to the house.
Lumped together properties. Joint properties, if you will.
So what's the call? You want a full squad, or do you just want me?
I think it would be best to remain stealthy on this. We don't know if we'll run into him there. However, this way you'll know exactly where we're at if we run into trouble.
All right.
Should I start sneaking my way over that way?
We'll stay on standby just in case we need to storm the gates. I I got one thing I'm gonna take care of while you do that, though.
Since Moriarty had offered to carry Rose before, I'm going to take advantage of that so that she can meditate and have Svefenthorn be overhead scouting. She's going to
Can't
be
she meditate?
well, that the whole Master's Presence thing. Anytime
Right.
that she's directly controlling one of her minions, she has to sacrifice the corresponding senses.
But like, can she meditate if Moriarty's just like, nipping at her heels?
Well, see, thankfully, because she would need to feel the wind currents in order to fly as him, that means that she can't feel anything that Moriarty's doing.
Oh.
Oh my.
I'm sure a bard would never take advantage of that.
He's just like gnawing on her like ankle, just like "Ah." It's nothing that you think. He's just like going full cannibal mode on her.
But no, she's going to be
making it any better.
she's going to be having Svefenthorn overhead scouting, and she's keeping a special eye open for Hashim while also assessing the current state of the greenhouse ruin.
Yep. So that'd be pretty easy to do, considering the current state of the greenhouse ruin is that there's a lot of people there investigating what the fuck happened. There was kind of a very loud explosion and fire at a greenhouse. So, it's very ruined, but there's also a lot of people around currently trying to figure out what the hell happened.
Does anyone in the crowd appear to be Hashim?
No.
Alright. She's just gonna have Svefenthorn remain circling overhead.
Does anyone in the crowd appear to not resemble a Sheen?
Well, I mean, Shima is a fairly, I won't say like unique, but like very noticeable.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
not a
he's
whole lot of
named
Corvids
NPC.
running around.
He's one of the NPCs that if we tried to kill him, he'd be plot essential.
Oh, no, he'd probably just kick your asses.
Plot essential.
He's a level 20.
Plot
I
essential.
will say he's not level 20. He's got a different thing going on, but yeah.
Plot essential.
And he has a bomb in him.
Plot essential.
Oh my god. With the death of this character, the thread of fate has been severed. Anyways.
Hey, if you guys managed to kill him, good on you.
He's not essential. There is no plot armor here. It's just a matter of we'd have to get exceedingly lucky, and he'd have to get exceedingly unlucky.
Yeah, you don't have to get exceedingly lucky. We just need to break the game.
Alright. Looks like there's a whole lot of people gathered around. Thankfully, the fire appears to have died down a bit. I don't see Hashim anywhere.
Would you see him?
I mean, theoretically, it's very likely he has ways to conceal himself, but if he doesn't know he's being watched quite yet, he might not be using such things.
Can I peek around for him?
Yeah, you can roll a perception to try to see if you can see Hashim around.
Might as well. I've been rolling good today, and I need to be taken down from my high horse. Oh, that didn't go in chat.
What did you roll, like an 18?
It's like a 14.
Ah.
But I got a +9, so... No!
Do you have any points of fortune left?
You know what? I'm pretty sure I should. Because
I only have one, and I'm holding that in reserve in case we run into trouble.
When was the last time we did a rest?
Like before-ish the festival. And,
Oh, then I should have like my spell slots back and everything then.
I think what you did, because didn't you guys spend like sleep before the festival?
Yeah,
This festival was
Moriarty,
the
you're
next
at
day.
100%.
Rose is still a little banged up.
Like,
Okay,
almost
then, yeah,
everybody's at 100%.
I'll gladly use a point of fortune to reroll that. The dice gods have spoken.
Yeah, so no, you don't see Hashim around anywhere.
Yeah, I have not rolled a perception for this, so maybe I'll be able to save him on this one.
Yeah, maybe.
The dice gods have spoken.
Yeah, you guys don't see Hashim anywhere around.
Can Ghost save the day?
Possibly.
Is it Ghost
One
or
sec.
Pirate that's with us?
I'm pretty sure it's Pirate with you.
Oh, it's Ghost, because the Ghost was with the sneaky group.
Yeah. Silent as a ghost. A wiggly little ghost. Do a little wiggle.
Very
guy.
wiggly.
Do a little wiggle. Oh, it was almost a 1.
But it wasn't. Ghost, you can say with 100% certainty that at least right now you are not seeing the resident Birdman around anywhere.
He's going to look around at the minds of people here. See if he detects Hashim's mind.
You are not. You're not seeing him either in the outskirt kind of people that are hanging around the area, just kind of interested in what's going on. You're not detecting him in the main group of people, the main crowd currently trying to inspect the greenhouse. It's entirely possible that either he's busy doing something else or he doesn't even know that the greenhouse has been blown up yet.
We are very certain that he is not here.
There's no way he doesn't know about the greenhouse.
So, getting in there directly seems to be out of the question. How good are your excavation skills? We could come in from the side.
We were warned he wasn't going to be here very long.
They got the acid spit thing, where they just... That's the sound that they make.
Well, we're not going to be able to sneak in through those doors with everybody watching, so unless you can make a distraction or make us invisible.
I could make us inside.
Wait, what?
I just cast Dimension Door.
Okay.
And now we're inside.
Rose is going to be again covering her mouth before inhaling. And it is worth noting that that means that Svefenthorn is still outside, with the standing order of circling overhead, so she can just periodically, check the security camera. She has a drone on standby.
Also, I assume Rosalia consents. Dimension Door only works for consenting creature. Otherwise, they gotta drag you in.
Also, Moriarty can only bring up to 2 people, so that would just be
Ghost just kind of flops onto the ground.
Well, no, 2 additional people, so it would just be Rosalia and Ghost if anyone else is around, like Gar.
Oh, is it 2 additional?
Well,
I thought it was only 2 total.
Oh no, okay, so for the Pathfinder version, it is bring an additional willing medium or smaller creature, or its equivalent in case of objects, per 3 caster levels. Since you have 8 per 3, that means you get +2 right now. A large creature counts as 2. So you could teleport Timber if you wanted as well, with Dimension.
Yeah, with Svefenthorn being outside on surveillance, that means that one of us gets left behind, or you cast it twice, or to be 3 times per round trip.
Now, Moriarty.
Well, I can only cast it once.
Now, Moriarty, one thing I am going to ask you for, because you have never been here, you have never seen the inside of this place, and you are going off of effectively just trying to guess where you should be based off of the schematics you saw, right?
Schematics end the door.
Yeah, I assume like the front door has like a lobby area, right?
Well, you gotta remember, like, this entire place was just kind of blown up, and then
so anything
It has
that was
been blessed.
anything that was obscuring the door would have been blown away.
Yeah. So are you trying to appear inside of the thing, or are you trying to appear inside of the warehouse like top thing? Because there are people around currently trying to figure out what happened.
I guess for further clarification, where do we want to go and why?
We want to get inside the catacombs underneath the greenhouse.
Okay. Then, yes, that is kind of flying a little bit blind. But I assume there's like a staircase or some sort of indicator of where those catacombs are?
According to the schematics, yes. According to what you can see right now, no.
Alright. Where do the schematics say things are?
Alright. So nearer to the back of the warehouse, there is supposed to be a flush and hidden, like, effectively trapdoor entrance that then leads down into a bunch of stairs.
Do we know the footage of it?
You know the alleged footage of it.
Yes.
And so, what I am going to attempt to ask you for is, I'm going to say intelligence to try and figure out exactly where you should be. Now, just so you know, the consequences for failing are very minor. It's just going to determine if you're going to land on your feet or if you're going to take a d6 point of damage and get shunted a bit.
Do I do it?
I'll say with a 15, yeah, that's good enough to show up on your feet and not get shunted into something.
I show up
soft
on
landing.
Rosalia's feet.
Well, thankfully, they're durable.
And they're lucky.
You're not allowed to cut them off.
Who said I wanted to?
So, Gar was he with Timber or yeah, because he's fast and he can scour
Timber.
the town. Okay.
Yeah, but it also means that Gar could have shown up in time if he wanted to.
Well, dimension door population limit.
Yeah.
By the way,
he shows up and Moriarty goes bye, and then boop.
Rose will be letting somebody else take the lead, and she'll be periodically checking in on Svefenthorn.
Moriarty will go ahead and start going do 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 ding 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 ding.
I so badly want to play the pink. Yeah, I so badly want to play it right now, but Zim would get copywritten.
All right. So you are inside of a place you've never been before. Looking around, the immediate things you notice is that you're at the bottom of a staircase, and leading up the staircase is a very thick and sturdy-looking metal, like, trapdoor. Around what you see are various closed rooms that all have locks on the outside. Down a hallway, there is an additional staircase going down to another floor. It seems like this is mostly just one long hallway that has like, a bunch of doors to the side, and then it gets to a staircase and goes down again.
Oh. Well, those rolls were to investigate the doors to see whether or not they're protected or enchanted or whatever.
I'm gonna say that with that, you're fairly certain that, considering who you're dealing with, there's gotta be something here, right?
I'll just roll a casual perception to see if there's anything noticeable to Moriarty as well.
Hey, look, Rose found herself inside one of the cages.
Alright. So, Moriarty, what you're going to notice is that these doors, in fact, do have a bit of magic to them. It's magical reinforcement, though. These doors are magically reinforced for some reason, with locks on the outside. And these locks are not just like, these are the kind of locks that you get if it's like you don't want like someone to be able to effectively bolt cutter them casually. Right? These are like heavy duty locks.
So I'm just gonna go.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna. Oh, I saw it on the 20.
Before letting him try to pick the lock, I was actually going to do something.
All right,
I'll let you do it
trying
first.
to do.
You see Moriarty flipping out the little leather thieves' tools roll thing.
She's putting her ear up against the door. I already added the +2 to it.
All right. Good. You hear. I think it would best be described as like a slight gurgling.
Maybe let's not open that door.
Why not?
Because whatever's on the side does not sound friendly.
How do you know?
Just slowly points towards ears.
What does it sound like?
Sounds like Timble when he's hungry.
Like a sink with a backed up drain.
So it sounds like.
Sure, let's go with that.
Ghost is just
could
looking
be
back
friendly.
and forth between them. Ghost is opening the door with telekinesis.
All right. How exactly are you going to be doing that?
What kind of door is it?
Metal. And they are, as previously stated, magically reinforced with also a heavy-duty lock.
Okay. Can I access the pins? Or whatever the hinges.
With the hinges are on the inside of the door.
Okay. Acid
so
to
that
melt
does
through the
also
wall.
mean, though, that you... So you do also know that, like, when you open this, it's going to open inward. Because you do know the hinges are on the other side.
Change of plans. Acid to just eat through the wall.
All right. Go ahead
We
and
knew
roll
we
for
were
that.
going to get there eventually.
Really?
All right. But go ahead and roll damage on that.
Don't worry, a little bunny burn isn't hurting.
So only one of them is there. Are you just like having them roll a bunch?
They're just gonna keep going. And yeah, Forgot to switch
Oh my
over
God.
to the other one.
Ghost.
How did I get
the consistency?
13?
That's telling you it's unlucky. You do not want to go through this door, and Rose would be attempting to dissuade them.
Or
Roll 4
is it just
D6.
because he is such a perfect blowtorch, that's why it is so consistent?
Do one more. If it's another 13, you get through. Oh!
That's just fate being spiteful.
Maybe don't.
Yeah, Rose is saying don't. Whatever's on the other side is very likely undead, very likely angry, and if we kill it, then 100% Hashim will know immediately.
If it's undead, then it's friendly.
No, if it's undead, then it would be under Hashim's control. And if we were to
Can't you
do
just do
anything
the
to it,
would
you
you
would become immediately aware.
Can't you just do the would you kindly thing?
If I do that to something that's being controlled by another necromancer, then it's a war of wills. And I don't know if you've noticed or not, but he's a pretty powerful person.
Yeah. One thing I will bring up, like these walls are like hewn stone walls.
Man,
I don't
you
think
put
that
all
matters
effort
much for
to
them.
to keep the thing inside. Maybe don't let it out.
Oh, the reason that I'm bringing this up is because hewn stone walls have a shit ton of HP in Pathfinder.
Yeah.
When I say a shit ton of HP, I mean they have a hardness of 8 and a hit point total above 500.
Especially without all your heavy hitters not there.
So if you want to acid this thing down, you're dealing like 5 damage a cast, and you're gonna need to cast like 100 times.
Well,
That's only like an hour, isn't it?
Well, since they're distracted with that, Rose is going to go down the line and listen at each of the doors, and any that she doesn't hear anything behind at all, she will lightly knock on them.
All right.
Should I roll one perception check or a bunch?
Just roll one.
The door knocks back.
Well,
All right,
Ghost did stop for the record.
Okay.
Okay.
You would have made at least like some visible progress, just, you know.
Ghost is now pouting on top of Rose's head.
I mean, you would get through eventually.
Moriarty does give Rose uppies.
Well, she's going from door to door listening at them right now.
Yep. So what he does is he like crouches down, gets in like under your legs, scoops you up, and then leans you up against each door as you're like on his shoulders.
All right. So for Rose, you would hear that only a couple of the doors have the have like the gurgling noise or something very similar to it. There are multiple doors that do not make this noise. You knock on them, but you don't hear any responses.
Alright, I think these are likely holding cells for his creations. I was wondering for a second whether or not they might be holding cells for victims, but if they're in there, they aren't exactly answering. I think it might be a good idea to continue.
Do you think he has control over his creations?
Negotiable. Personally, I never make anything that I can't put down, but that's because I am cautious. I wouldn't put it past other necromancers to make things they can't control and then just leave them in a box that it can't escape, so they can throw anything they don't want anymore in that box, such as enemies. But like I said, that's not something that I would do. I have more restraint than that.
For now.
Yeah.
Their
for
strength
now.
is me holding you. Squeeze.
Right. Come on. Yeah, mule. Just gonna tap her hoof against the side of it.
He chuckles and moves along.
Yeah! And Ghost kicks on the sides of Rosalia's head.
That was right on my ear.
Oh, hopefully
Although,
not
to be
the bad
fair-
one.
To be fair, she's like 50% ear.
And he
Right,
was only
moving deeper.
following her example.
I learned it from you.
I learned it from watching you, Mom.
I didn't know it would be this soon that we started calling Rosalia Mommy.
I'm not going to fill in the retort that I want to fill in there. I'm simply going to ask Taldarius what we find on the next floor. Unless there was other stuff on this floor.
Nope, that is all. And on the next floor, you do find multiple rooms. In much of the same layout, however, they do not have the locks on the outside.
Hmm. Do.
Why
Where
do I
is it?
taste disappointment?
Oh, that's just Moriarty. You might want to brush your teeth.
That would be, hold on that, and... Uh-oh. She's getting static interference from the Marten on her head.
Yep, that's magic.
Yeah, she's checking the doors for any protections on them.
No, these just seem like pretty normal doors. I mean, they're still made out of the same, like, iron that the ones up top are, but these aren't like, these are just doors.
She will still be wrapping her hand in her cloak before opening any of them.
That is fair. Would you like to open up one on the left or the right first?
Well, I'm left-handed, so let's go left.
That
All
ain't
right.
right.
All right. So, the inside of these rooms are lit up by what appear to be potions. Sort of like, imagine like a lamp, but it's like a potion instead. Where like, whatever reaction is happening on the inside is giving off light.
It's like the bottles in Far Harbor. I will send you a picture.
Yep.
Oh, cool. Someone made a photo of all of them in one thing. Copy image. If I could just find where... Ah! Hold on. Sending image to Taldarius. And sending image to Zim if he wants to put it up on the stream.
Yeah,
But
similar
those
to
are-
that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's something similar to that, yeah. And as well on the inside, you would find some other slightly disconcerting things. In order of importance, number one is someone strapped down to a table.
Are they alive?
Maybe.
I'll gag them.
So they are strapped down to a table, and nearby are, patient condition notes. And it seems very likely that this person is currently be afflicted with some experiment or other. As for the details, well, at the very least, they are currently completely unresponsive.
But are they alive at the moment?
Maybe. I think that's the best way to put it. A part of their body is, like, really fucked up. Like, in terms of fucked up, I mean, like, mutated kind of fucked up. And, there are vials of substances and, things in the room with them. Whether this is medicine, poison, or, like, you know, whatever's doing it to this guy, you got no real clue as to what exactly they do. It seems Hashim does have a habit of not labeling his stuff.
Hey, twins, I have a dumb idea.
What's up?
Could you possibly do a one of those burst memory transmissions of the last, oh, I don't know, 5 minutes or so to the mayor?
I thought you were
Transmitting.
attempting the.
The mayor is not in your collective.
They can
Dang.
still contact him and still have that range of a mile.
I can still drop the house on him, Dorothy style.
So the one down here would not be able to contact him from that range, and then the other one is currently on the ship, I believe, so.
Alright, so he's out of receiving range.
Yeah, I mean, you could just have him go into the town proper and, like, search through mines in order to find out where he is in that mess of people, and then contact him like that, but... you guys are down by the docks, and the like, center of the town where this was happening, like, the town square, is much further inland.
Alright, so maybe not transmit yet. We can keep that in our back pocket. After we've uncovered exactly what Hashim's been doing down here, I think it'd be in our best interests for authorities to be given a full update on the situation.
Authority, just give it to Temple. What the fuck?
I don't know if there's anything I can do for this guy. Can barely even tell if he's alive or undead, honestly.
Barely?
There's always the casual
She-
and Marcy.
She is going to check for a heartbeat, which unfortunately does mean it'll be skin-to-skin contact in case that does anything.
Alright. So, for that, go ahead and make me a heal check. In order to, you know, determine the,
Oof.
what the hell's going on with this guy.
Yeah,
Yep, that's a corpse.
So for that, you're going to have to, you're, like, looking at this, and, like, boy, is this guy a mess. Like, you know, technically speaking, half of the body, at least, is, like, necroticized in some way, but also he looks fresh. And, like, honestly, this is very much so, like, this is weird as hell, and you are kind of confused as to what's going on here with this guy, and if they technically count as alive or dead right now, because it definitely looks like they are at some point in between.
Well, looks like this is a job for Sam Jackson.
yeah, this is 100% a job for Sam.
Tunnel Jackson here.
Wrong Jackson. So do we leave him? Do we do a mercy killing? Do we come back with Sam? I'm asking you, Moriarty, because I'm motivated to do a mercy killing right now, but that feels like something I wouldn't typically do.
Well, what would you say our odds of actually saving him are?
I have no clue. This is experimental stuff that's being done to him.
Also, we need to, like... I need to get you a codex. Or something. Just like a little card you can hold up and just be like, you know... Is there an option that results in less loss of life? If so, please do that.
Just in the background, you can hear Timble's footsteps approach.
Timber will remember that. Yeah, it's just give me a bunch of flowcharts.
Because, like, I appreciate that you're looking to me for your, moral obligations, but also, like, you are your own person. And, it will be important for you to kind of solve these moral dilemmas on your own, while also keeping who you are.
Now you're starting to sound like Dad. I am moving on to the next room.
I'm a bard, I drink and I know things.
Okay, Lannister. Sorry, no, it's not Lannister. Who is the midget?
Well, I mean,
I'm pretty sure that's Jaime Lannister.
I was about to say
Oh,
the
okay.
last name is Lannister, so it is still a Lannister.
Okay.
Is
But
his
yeah,
name
okay,
not Jaime?
Lannister.
No, you're thinking of Tyrion.
Yeah, Tyrion Lannister. I have heard that name.
Yeah, he's the dwarf.
Anyways, I guess checking the door that was on the right.
All right. This one again is completely unlocked, and on the inside you find a very similar set of circumstances, although this one appears to have some sort of botanical growths coming out of them. I will remind you that there are, like, the patient document details things that are nearby.
Yeah. Well, we would have been reading through those.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's mostly just noting the progress of things and determining chances of success and failure of the experiment.
But KG with the details.
Yeah. Obviously these are just notes for himself, so he doesn't actually have to, like.
Yeah, it's not like he's not setting them up to be peer reviewed. He already knows the basics. He only needs to note the things that he needs to keep track of.
Yeah. For this one on the detail charts, you are going to basically see, like, basically disappointed details that this person has had, like, more than a week's worth of treatments, and he is not fully overtaken by growth already.
Rollington Darga raided my stream with 10 viewers.
Rolling Thundago! Hello! How was your stream? Hello there, Morat. Hello there, Rolling Thundaga. Welcome in, everybody. You guys have come into our Ascent to Ascend Pathfinder campaign. We are currently stealthily investigating a heavily trapped facility. Warehouse.
A necromantic.
Yes, necromantic.
A necromantic keepstake.
So yeah, thank you so much for that raid. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy your stay and the show.
Guy pirates are best pirates. Prove me wrong.
I'm on a boat.
And before you say, but what about space pirates? That's just Sky Pirate Plus.
We're doing good.
Yeah. Yeah, so this one, you'll find notes that, like, basically just kind of expressing disappointment about how this one is most likely to be a failure, because the goal of this is to induce this from a single dose and have it take less than a week for it to act.
If these notes are anything to go by, this guy has a good immune system or a strong will. Possibly both. I'm gonna try something. Let me switch over to Actions tab. She's going to set the chromatic armlet to positive energy. Clear!
All right. With you doing this, it has a bit of an interesting effect. The guy, like, the unhealthier parts of his body definitely seem like they, like, you know, have had the life restored to them. However, the plants are also growing a bit as a result of this, although the guy's definitely in a much better condition, and it doesn't spread further, it just makes the plant growth on him also better.
Does he appear to have any degree of consciousness right now?
Maybe a little bit. At the very least, the low groaning is stopped.
Just going to lightly slap his cheek a little bit.
All right.
Hey, you with me?
Let me see what this guy rolls. See, he won't be good. Is he going to be passed out? Who knows? Let me roll their constitution. A bit of a fortitude save.
Nat 20. Nat 20. Nat 20.
Well, it wasn't a nat 20, but it was an 18. So, yeah, the guy's going to wake up. Oh. The guy isn't like opening his eyes, but he's just gonna be like, what's going on?
What's the last thing that you remember?
I remember walking home from my job, loading on the docks, and then all of a sudden I felt awful, and like I kept trying to go, and then I fell down or over, and then now I'm here.
Okay, you were kidnapped. The guy who kidnapped you has been keeping you unconscious, apparently. We're going to get you out of here. I need you to stay quiet.
All right, the guy's gonna give a bit of a shaky nod.
All right, now prepare yourself, because he didn't just kidnap you. He's been doing some sort of experiments. This is beyond my ability to cure, but surely there's somebody in the town who can deal with it. And she is going to be undoing his restraints.
All right. It does seem like there was a copious amount of restraints on the guy. But you will be able to, just like, putting in a bit of effort, undo all of them. They're not, like, locked down or anything. It's just, obviously, the person on the table is not supposed to be able to undo them.
All right. She is going to hand him her pocket watch. Okay. There's another door across the hallway. Wait in there. There's another victim there that we weren't quite ready to move yet. If we don't come back within 20 minutes, you go up those stairs, you run to the exit, you start pounding on that door as loud as you can, okay?
They're going to look a little bit worried, but they're going to nod and start, like, shuffling away. It looks like they aren't able to move the leg quite right. That's, like, overtaken by plants. But they are able to move.
Moriarty gives 2 thumbs up and an over-eager grin.
And this victim has gone to the room on the left.
Expecting a suppressed scream when he sees the other guy?
No, you warned him ahead of time.
Instead we hear a ugh.
Alright, so I guess we press on then?
Yeah. And I am going to need to BRB for a quick bio break.
Alright. Does anyone else do one too?
Yeah, might as well. We can make a full break out of it.
Yeah, go ahead and call like a 10-minute break or something. I'll probably go grab a drink myself or something.
Smoke break.
Hey, Zim, quick question. Oh wait, never mind. I asked that question before and you already answered it. That was a Patreon only thing, isn't it? With the card pack that's just points for stream loots.
Oh, that was done away with a while ago.
Oh, okay. Was totally about to buy Dancing with the Crabs a bit longer. Or I could try rolling the dice right now.
Feel the backhand of justice!
Your pack has been sent. Good luck.
Tochemay is mlemming everyone.
All I got was 2 creaky doors. We already have those. We just opened them.
Good job.
Well, you know what I could do, actually? It was worth it.
Tanya Sapien is dancing with the crabs. But for longer.
I scrapped out a different legendary card for it. I am now sad. I was going to put various dancing stickers over top of the crabs, but it's down for maintenance. I picked the worst time.
Are you winning?
Am I winning what?
Dungeon?
Oh, hey, the stream stickers are back up.
Oh, good.
Beep 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 beep.
I do wish they all at least had a, the slapping a sticker on sound.
Yeah. Now, you may be wondering why it is that I've been slapping so many stickers tonight. Do you want the answer to that?
Because you're trying for a sticker party?
Correct!
All stream stickers are free. 3, 2, 1, go!
That didn't take long.
Oh boy. Alright, slap those stickers on the screen, everybody!
I don't even know how to do that.
Literally, hover your mouse over the screen.
Well, I watched the stream on my phone.
Oh, I don't know on that.
I have no idea
That's probably
either.
why.
But man, this song is bopping. I love the song.
Actually, hold on a second. Well, hold on one moment.
They always have good ones.
Everyone's quiet for just a moment. Oh, helps if I turn it the stream, doesn't it?
Maybe.
Perfect.
Unfortunately, AHA couldn't identify the song.
Oh, I know the music that they've got. Like, they've got their own music for it.
It's their own custom thing.
Yeah.
What's this music for?
Stream
Sticker party.
stickers anytime they have a sticker party.
I was slowly pumping a sticker party all night.
Unicorn landed good.
And so did the gremlin and the googly eyes with the button. All right, so Moriarty's back. We are continuing deeper, I guess.
Deeper, you say?
Yeah, going deeper into the
Tal
rabbit
back?
hole. Oh, I didn't realize Tal went AFK.
We just haven't heard from him.
He's so tall. What?
So, yeah, they've got, They got 16 different songs that will play at random. I am curious about this one.
All stream stickers are free. 3, 2, 1.
They're not free right now. Don't try.
Yeah, they're not free right now. Sorry, everybody. I'm just playing the song. Really gotta get myself some of this kind of music for hype trains and whatnot.
It's good music.
Yeah. So it seems some of them have the all stream stickers thing baked into it, and like this one did not. Okay, what is this one? Sound the emergency?
All units to Sector 7, Code 4. Repeating, Code 4.
I require a link to this immediately.
Oh, that one's got it baked in there.
Your planet is about to be attacked. You can take my word.
3, 2,
This is the best link that I can give for these. However, I will say they are licensed only to be able to be used with their extension, so...
I don't plan on using it with the extension. I plan on listening to it while I'm at work.
Oh, I know, right?
Alright, I'm back.
You are completely under our
back.
power.
Zim
They
is
even
playing
have
with the
horror
different...
ones. Gremlin Bounce. So probably the theme song of like half the chat.
stream stickers are free. 3, 2, 1, go!
God, these are way too good. All right, back to the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those songs are way too freaking good. I want to lower the the sticker party threshold just to have those songs go more often. In fact.
All right.
Yeah. Meanwhile, back in the dungeon.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
All right. So yeah, are you going to be looking through all of the different things, or just
Yeah,
are you
gonna
be
be
hurrying them?
gonna be going through the different rooms.
All right. Some of the other people that you find down here, the effects going on them, and obviously the experiments that are undertaking, it includes ones such as crap. Where was the? I changed over my tabs. All right, there's Hashim's warehouse. All right. So you find, some of them are like, you know, with the like, you know, attempting to cause an effect. Other ones just seem to be under the effects of other poisons and things of that nature. So there are some of them, and like these ones are labeled not with like names or anything, but it's like iteration 7 is like the kind of labels that are on these sorts of potions.
Does any of them seem like they're in a better and more viable state than the others? Like, who's the best bet for getting out of there alive?
Most of them, or pretty much all of them, are in a very unresponsive state.
Well, I'm talking about if she were to attempt to rouse them again.
All right. So for that, it's kind of a toss-up because the big problem is that some of these have external signs, and some of them have like they just look like a normal person laying there. But there's also like so many potions around them.
Yeah.
So for that, you're gonna need to try and roll like some sort of heal check in order to figure out which ones are viable.
Yeah, because she has one charge in the armlet left, so she has one set of the shock paddles.
Yep.
Unless the twins or Moriarty want to chip in.
How so?
In attempting to rouse some of the more viable victims so that they can make their way towards the exit. So
Yeah,
when
I'll
we burst out of here. Yeah.
Well, the twins are able to... Well, I guess the question is, like, what exactly are they under the effects of?
Okay. So, all of them are under the effects of multiple potions and poisons, some of which are trying to cause effects, other ones are trying to undo effects that have already been done to them, other ones are stabilizing ones that are just there to mostly cause, like, you know, a couple of different potions from reacting extremely negatively to each other, being in the same system. But they all also do have some amount of a like knockout applied to them. To note, most of these are not magical in nature; they are alchemical in nature, which do not count as magic.
Okay, so would temporary hit points work to you know what, I guess best thing to do is test it. They're gonna use, or Ghost is gonna use Invigorate on one of them. It grants them 8 temporary hit points.
All right. For that, it does seem like it eases their suffering a bit, but it doesn't make them conscious.
Dang. Alright, I guess I will use spell points. How many of them are there?
On this floor, if you're counting the first one you found but haven't released as well, there are 9 individuals. The 10th is the one that you already freed. And woke up.
While they're doing this, Rose is going to be checking in on Thorn, doing a quick scan of the environment outside.
Alright, roll me a perception.
Alright. Just a reminder that he does have those vulture eyes.
Yep.
Unless those got destroyed when he got taken down previously.
Nah, it was just his main body that kind of got fucked up. Not the head.
Why can I not find it? There it is.
Alright, so it'll cost him 4 spell points, but he can get all 9 of them healed.
Alright, what are you doing that costs 4 spell points to heal 9 individuals?
Mass healing?
Alright.
Are you excluding Rose from that? Or can you bypass the whole undead thing?
Well, first off, they can bypass the undead thing. But otherwise, they can pick who they're healing.
Okay, I'm fine with her participating if it's just a blanket AoE. It's just, wanted to double check you weren't going to set me on fire.
Are you even injured?
I have
yeah,
18
you are.
wounds.
Alright, well, in that case, because there would be an extra target with one of those. I believe it was 3d8.
I thought you were at 4 by now, but I don't know if it scales.
No. Oh, well, it does, but yeah, I found it here. I was looking for the actual thing for it. Deeper healing. Whenever I use Cure, it heals an additional 1d8 hit points plus 1d8 per 5 caster levels. So, altogether,
so
including the base, they are going to be at 3d8.
Yeah, I thought it was every 4 caster levels, sorry.
No worries.
Yeah.
So it's 3d8 plus 8 for their caster level. So, Rose is healed to full.
Lol.
Alright.
Lol.
The rest of these people
and I
obviously
guess
do not have
since-
very much health points.
Yeah, and they can't really move that around, but Ghost will go ahead and move the excess 10 over to himself.
Alright. So for the rest of these, the actual healing magic would resuscitate them, at least partially. They're still groggy and kind of out of it, but like you also don't know how long they've been kept unconscious for.
Right.
So are you
Rose
just gonna
will-
mostly give them the same instructions?
Yeah, pretty much the same instructions. She's going to untie a couple and instruct them to start untying the others first before moving them all towards the waiting location.
Alright. Would you like to move down to the 3rd and final floor?
Yep, and she will be stopping in that room to tell him to reset the 20-minute countdown.
Alright, they're gonna look at the watch you gave them and nod.
Alright, after you.
I assume she's talking to Moriarty.
Well, Moriarty or Ghost, either or.
Ghost is still on top of Rosalia's head.
Alright, then, yeah, just let Moriarty, like, hey, we're going to the 3rd floor.
Moriarty gives a nod, finishes up, and then he will join.
Oh, you didn't tell me whether or not Svefenthorn had seen anything out of the ordinary up top.
Yeah, sorry. The only thing that Svefenthorn had actually seen is just is just the fact that a couple people broke off from the group and went towards the festival.
Okay, so spectacle starting to thin a little bit.
Better throw off a few fireworks up top to distract him.
All right. And on the third and final floor, there is a site that you're probably pretty happy to see and a site that you're probably not. The good news is that there is what is obviously a like office space that you can identify really easily. It doesn't even have the thick iron door that the rest of it does. In fact, it doesn't even really have a door at all. It's just kind of like an open office space with a
And
desk.
the bad
and
news
a-
is that he's there at it.
No, actually. The bad news is that you are able to see what equates to like a pen of what are pretty obviously failures of whatever was supposed to be happening to them that are still being kept under observation. And so there are currently a lot of what could best be described as abominations on the same floor as you now.
Are they just loose roaming, or are they in cages?
They are in cages, but they've gotten pretty agitated at seeing you guys. And it's not like it's not like a bunch of small cages. It's like one big one.
All right. One moment. Let me check my abilities. Oof. Well, it says I can make a ghost strike for command undead. Would that consume spell or channel energy points?
There's also the question of if these people even count as undead right now.
I'm about to find out.
Doesn't Moriarty have calm emotions?
No.
Oh.
I don't think so. I'll double check. But
I
I
could have
don't
sworn he
think
said
it-
he had like calm emotions or something.
I do have calm emotions. Actually, you're right. I'll cast it.
All right. Now, just to remind you, when it comes to the whole calm emotions thing. Let me just double check the wording.
While you're double checking that, Axel, we finally found Hashim's secret lab, and we're slowly ferrying victims out of there while looking for any incriminating documents.
So, yeah. I will remind you that calm emotions is only within a 20-foot radius, which would not cover the entire thing down here, and also has a duration of up to 1 round per level. So you could keep this up for 8 rounds, so a little bit less than a minute.
What are you thinking, Rose?
I was gonna try to calm down any of the ones that are more visibly undead, but I'm best against single targets, not against large groups. I think it's best if we just grab and go. If these things stay pissed off, they might break out of their cages.
I can calm them very briefly.
Well, that'll buy extra time. It's time they're not spending chewing on the doors.
All right, then I'll still do it.
All right. I assume you're going to center it like pretty much as close as you can to like the door, so that way
Yep.
whenever they get close for the duration, they'll be forced to not take offensive actions.
Yeah.
All right. Works for me. I will keep track of that. All right. So Rose, there is a very obvious office space.
All right, one moment.
Is there anything I can do while calm emotions is up to see if I can't, like, prolong the calm via... Well,
So
yeah,
just keep
no.
playing a lullaby.
But is there anything I can do to kind of, like, make them more, like, at peace with their situation? To basically make it so I don't have to keep casting calm emotions for them to be less irritable.
If you want, I'll let you roll a perception check on this.
I will. $13.
Nah. You're just kind of busy just trying to keep the spell up and making sure that, like, you know, nothing awful is about to happen. For Rose, there is nothing magical in this room, but with that perception check, you would be able to faintly see that basically all of these papers have some sort of coating on them.
Looks like he's either got poison or the whammy juice on these papers. Only handle them with gloved hands.
Is the whammy juice what you call booze?
No, that make you do whatever other people want you to do stuff.
Ah.
His mind-controlling fart cloud.
All right. Would you like to start reading these documents?
Yeah, she's only going to be giving cursory glances so she can get through them quicker. See if anything stands out.
There are plenty of reports detailed to the handler that are on his desk, which is generally just relating to goings-on, important things, things of that nature. However, one thing that you find very interesting is that there are multiple courier envelopes detailed to go to a place called Colehurst, and addressed to a person named Jan Darwin.
I'm assuming that if it's a postal envelope, it's not going to have that chemical coating on it?
It does not.
Yeah, so
but this is just the envelope itself. The documents inside would still have this coating.
Oh, yeah, likely. But that still means she can safely pocket those. So she's going to be shoving those envelopes into her locking pouch.
All right. Are you gonna like seal them and keep their contents inside?
Yeah.
All right.
Any of the envelopes that already had documents in them ready to send, she's going to seal those and pocket them.
All right.
So just going to label that as Hashim document, or Hashim letters, I guess. Got that out of my inventory.
If you look in ATA, I put the names.
Do any of you have something that I can wrap these documents in? I want to take as much as we can get, and we can go through them later, but I am not going to be touching these with my bare hands.
Not really with me.
Don't you got a bag of holding?
On Svefenthorn. He's outside.
Ghost has...
You have a Marten, which has mental powers of carrying.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is that too?
Yeah. You can use your telekinesis to move these safely, then.
Yes.
All right, I think we need to just round up these documents, then get the heck out of here. We can go through them later.
And while, yes, he does have a bag of holding, the thing about the bag of holding is you got to stick your hand in, think about what you want, and yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the only reason that Svefenthorn's able to manipulate the bag of holding is because he's got those mandibles. So he's technically reaching into the bag.
Technically with them, they
Small.
just have to think and it pops out in front of them, but I don't want to cheese that thing too much by being like, oh yeah, they're not touching it.
Your telekinesis.
But yeah, so you
gets
would be able
affected.
to grab the documents. Although Sunthorn does have falcon eyes, would he be like watching towards the festival, or would he be just
I'd be
paying
doing
attention?
full sweeps within his field of view.
All right. One thing you would notice now is that you see some of those people that left earlier returning, and returning with them is Hashim. You might want to hurry.
All right, code red. Bird's on his way. We gotta go. Timber, Gar, we might need reinforcements.
Where do you want us?
Somewhere
Actually,
near the greenhouse. Yes?
It might be better if we had Gar here and Timber, you go back to the boat and get it ready to sail. So that way, if we need to, we can just jump on the ship and get going.
Oh, if only
And-
I had more time.
Gar is fast enough to, try and carry us back there.
Yeah. Now, how do I get in?
We're working on that. She is hurrying her way back up.
And this is where Moriarty heroically sacrifices himself. Oh, wait, where'd he go?
You just see a Looney Tunes folk outline.
Fuck.
He's already running. I think I know what I'm gonna do. Storyteller, where's our new friend with the explosives?
Getting on the ship.
Yeah, I know he's on the ship, but I'm gonna need a lot of firewalks.
Just see that evil grin growing.
All right. Well, as for where he is, he's sort of like laid down wherever you set him and passed out.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna spend one of my lay on hands to basically sober him up. I have remove poison.
Yep, that would definitely work.
So lick to the face. Hey, buddy, wake up. I'm gonna need a lot of firewalks.
Well, do you want emphasis on the fire or on the works?
Yeah. Yes.
Gotcha. Where the hell am I? He's gonna like look around a little bit confused.
You're on the boat. I can take you to where we put your equipment. Temple picks him up and drag him to his equipment.
All right. You drag him to his equipment. He is going to scratch the side of his head and go, okay, well, what do you need actually? Like, what do you actually want me to do here?
Fireworks that make a big explosion. I'm trying to make as much distraction as possible.
Distraction, not destruction. Make sure to clarify.
Oh, okay.
To suck eggs.
Oh boy, ethereal influence time.
It's a volley, so it could be anything. Oh, I just looked at the clock.
Yep.
Good thing we're shipping out soon, huh?
Yepper.
By the way, I discovered that apparently you guys have unlocked 3 additional custom stickers since the last time I looked at this, which was like a couple weeks ago.
All right. Sky, do you mean the entire party or one particular group of them? I just want to make sure because, well, you know, implications and all that. All right. In that case, he's gonna go, oh, okay. So you just want something loud and probably pretty then, right?
Yes.
He's gonna scratch the side of his head with, like, you know, his one good hand, and then go, all right, well, we setting it off here, we setting it off somewhere else. Oh, hey, you got my dolly.
We're
Nice.
gonna load it. Yeah, we're gonna load it, and we're gonna broadside the town with all of these cannons.
Oh, okay. He's gonna slowly go over and, like, open up one box that has like what looks to be balls inside of it, and then go, all right, so what we're gonna want to do is grab, I don't know, some, like, weak as shit normal powder and launch these bad boys with that.
All right. Temple will grab these and begins to start loading the cannons with them.
All right.
With his woven and showing to use the regular gunpowder, not the special stuff.
Yeah. So, Timber, you are familiar with mortar fireworks are in real life, right?
Yes.
Now imagine those, but cannonball sized.
Hell yeah. Exactly Temple's gonna, while his men are loading up, he's gonna tell everyone, including Vesk, to get to one side of the boat, the opposite side of the boat, and pick up as many heavy things as you can. Stand on that side. I want to get this thing leaning.
It's a good thing I went into the city again.
Yeah, I know, right? To be fair, he is making the boat lean, so that way it's pointed as up as possible over the city.
Yeah, we'll get maximum elevation in this thing.
Yep. All right, they will do so.
I'm just
Town's gonna
imagining
think it's more
Grug.
fireworks.
I'm just imagining Grug rolling his ball over
Pushing the ball to the side.
Oh, he totally is, yeah.
Yeah. The dragon sitting on his pile as it shifts to one side.
Can Pirate use his telekinesis to push down on one side of the ship?
I'll say sure.
Okay, he's doing it. Full force. And then the ship capsizes.
Nah, it's not gonna capsize. This thing is literally meant to carry so many tons of stuff. You're putting, like, a fair amount of force on there, but, like, it's not gonna be nearly enough to capsize it. It does make it groan slightly, but then again, ships just kind of do that whenever you put significant pressure on them.
Maximum elevation!
So you gonna fire these bad boys?
Temple's gonna wait. Temple's gonna, grab his Marten phone and, and push the belly and go, "Hey, when you guys need a distraction, let me know. I'm ready." And he just leaves it at that.
We think it might be
Oh,
now.
no.
Well, Hashim is on his way back. He's not actually back yet or anything.
Right. Are we back up to where the victims were being kept at?
Yeah.
All right, gonna take the watch back. It's like, all right, we need to leave now. What was Hashim's full name? Because we did find that in the documents at the rehabilitation center.
It was Fa'adil al-Hashim.
The man who kidnapped you was Fahadil Hashim. Is that Hashim or Al-Hashim?
Here, I'll just put it in ATA real quick.
Also, I posted something in media sharing that's relevant to the fireworks.
Oh, are you setting off the Kimono 3000?
Yes. The man who did this to you is Fa'adil al-Hashim. Make sure that any guards that you find are notified of that. All right?
Alrighty.
Now we need to get the hell out of here. Let's go.
Temple's gonna stand triumphantly in front of on the side of the boat with all the cannons pointed to the sky. His arms behind his back. Be advised, don't fly over the town.
Oh, it's gonna be a woven-sized distraction.
Alright. Above you is the heavy metal-looking, heavy iron trapdoor. It looks like it swings up, obviously.
Right, she's just gonna give it a firm shoulder to see if it even budges.
Alright. Go ahead and roll me, let's go athletics.
If I can find it. I don't see athletics anywhere.
Oh, is that not... Is that a 3.5 thing? It might be a 3.5 thing.
I got acrobatics.
Nah, in that case, just roll strength.
All right. Not that I have a whole lot of it. Yeah, no.
So you can feel that it shifts slightly, but it seems like the problem probably isn't even the door. It's probably stuff that there's rubble on top of it, probably.
Ghost is helping.
Come on, we need some extra muscle behind this. Moriarty, you gonna help?
I ain't exactly what they call extra muscle, but if every little bit helps.
Or I could just do this. Telekinesis.
I still want to see if Moriarty's gonna want to help.
Well, that's just my score.
Okay.
Oh my god. You're that person that when the tug of war rope goes slack, you're still standing there like you're pulling on it.
Moriarty, maybe you should step back. We think you're about to rupture something.
I got it. Yeah.
Okay, this is just embarrassing. Move.
By the way, I feel the need to point this out to you guys. Why is it the one thing you touch without checking first is the entrance to the secret lair?
Because they are on a clock?
I mean, okay, but
Also, it's the underside, not the outer handle.
Whammied.
Because they trust Hashim.
Oh my god.
You do realize that if any of the people in here did manage to escape, they'd have to touch this to escape.
Well, they're not exactly in any state to be pushing on anything right now, so she wouldn't have asked them to help.
No, I'm saying that's what he does have stuff on the inside of this. You guys are gonna have to roll checks in a bit. But
I would like to point out that I explicitly said that I shouldered it.
I think you're still touching it.
I think you're still touching it, like well and properly.
Fair enough.
Rosalia literally out here like, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it.
But don't worry about that. It's delayed onset, which means you don't have to worry about it right now.
Does it help if I've got my Necro amulet on?
Oh no,
No.
He has
It's
the Necros thing
Hashim.
that he has the Necros thing that lets all of your stuff affect undead.
Okay,
Well,
cool.
either way, the twins using telekinesis to open it.
Yep. Which it would then spectacularly fly open.
Go, run, get out of here. Find the nearest guard. Tell them what happened.
They just shamble.
Yeah, these people are not exactly equipped to move fastly.
Yeah, but it's definitely going to draw attention as soon as they're up top.
Yep. Speaking of attention, is it time for the distraction?
Yep.
For the Kaiserun! Fire!
With the depression that you've well, you know, the elevation, I guess, the depression on one side of the ship, you are able to fire these bad boys above the town in a salvo. Pretty much all of them going off at vaguely the same time, meaning that the training you've been putting your conscripts through, at least they have the timing kind of down. And these things are going to obviously, like, you know, shoot out with a boom and sail a bit above the town, start to drop ever so slightly, and then an absolutely earth-shaking boom is going to happen as all of these individual balls are going to explode with enough sparks and light to fill the sky on their own. With this, you have successfully turned night into the brightest day they have ever seen for a short while, and the entire area covered in colorful explosion.
And Rose is using this opportunity to haul ass, and she's recalling Svefenthorn.
Yep, this is the Kimono 3000.
This is the Kaiserun 9001.
Malcolm in the Middle reference.
Yep. But yeah, you are getting to bear witness to this. Lars is very happy.
It's over 9,000!
So, I take it the group from inside is scrambling as hard as they can.
Yeah, we're getting the hell out of there as soon as the distraction's in place.
Alrighty.
Oh, hi. Ready to leave yet?
Oh, hey, Gol. You're still coming?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought Gar was over here with us.
I was told to go to the...
Go to the boat.
Oh, he was supposed to come to us to help us get to the boat.
Get out.
Yeah, let's go. Let's talk more
And then
walking.
he's like, oh, wait, I forgot him, and one's back.
Yeah, she's hauling ass back to the boat right now.
Alright.
Hey, where'd you get a mule?
Oh my god.
Run.
Alright. So Gar, are you going to try grabbing both of the medium-sized creatures at once, or are you going to pick one, run, and then grab the other later?
Grab one and then run.
Actually, right.
Well,
Gar, you get Moriarty.
Yeah, take Moriarty. We can fly.
And Rose is taking to the air, heading straight for the boat.
Rose, maybe we should go this way. And he kind of gestures towards the, off to the side, making a wide berth around the town. Towards the water.
Where are we going?
Why don't we go towards the water and then go towards the boat?
Fair enough. She will be diverting.
Considering they are probably looking up at the sky right now where all that's going on.
Acrobatics. Would it be athletics?
There is no athletics.
No.
Yeah.
Timbo's gonna order his men to start cutting rope.
All right. They would be doing so.
He's gonna join in.
So, one
He's
thing
gonna like cut a couple and then like march up to the helm and start getting ready.
Yeah. As for the group that was running away, partway through your escape, Gar, who did you grab first again?
Moriarty.
All right. Gar and Moriarty, you both notice each other kind of like turn invisible. But this is only going to be for a short time, as you see Hashim is definitely nearby and definitely noticed you. It seems like you guys have a benefactor that made it so that way you'd maybe not be spotted right away.
Vesk coming in clutch.
Well, technically, Greaves.
Technically, it's Greaves.
Oh.
Because influence.
Oh. Okay, I thought the influence had something to do with the fireworks.
Nope. That's just a Alar.
Fair enough.
This was to give you guys invisibility for 5 rounds.
And then 5 rounds, Car's already there.
Put a gold coin in the ears.
What?
You physically hear him shift gears.
Oh.
And then you get hit by the sonic boom.
Zoom. Gar, what is your normal movement speed? I know I asked this last time, I just can't remember.
His movement speed is yes.
45.
Okay, so you run at 180 feet over 6 seconds. Nice.
Now convert that to miles per hour.
Oh, pretty easily. So the thing is that if he moves at 180 feet per 6 seconds, 180 is very easily visible. By 6 is just 30. 30 feet per second means that he runs at a speed where he speeds in a school zone. Meaning he's faster than 20 miles an hour when running.
So I'm reminded of that art piece that I saw once upon a time, a cheetah getting pulled over for speeding.
Yeah, that classic one.
Yeah, he was actually being written a speeding ticket.
Yep. So, yeah, you guys, Gar is able to run very, very quickly, but Gar, you are not going to be able to make it to the boat and back and escape again within 5 rounds.
Yeah, the other guys can fly.
Yeah, we said we were flying. We were flying to the water first, and then to the boat.
Yeah. Now, what are both of your fly speeds?
For Ghost, it's 35.
Let me double check, Stephen Thorn. If worn, 50 feet. He's not very fast when he's carrying weight.
By the way, just because I was curious, I looked it up. The fastest human runner to this point, their top speed was 23 miles per hour.
That's Usain Bolt, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and Gar can consistently go about 21 whenever he wants.
Can't you double that by paying the little bunny ear thing?
Yeah, and he did.
Yeah.
So you're running at 42 miles per hour?
Okay, so wait, what? I asked what his movement speed was. He said 35 or 45.
45.
Yeah, so if his movement speed is 45, then you quadruple that for sprinting.
But he can pay his bunny hood thing to double his movement.
Double the max.
So I will say, no one's ever told me what that thing did.
Oh.
So I have no idea that even existed.
If he pays a gold coin, it doubles his movement speed.
Okay, this is the first I've heard about it.
It has been brought up before.
Well,
but this
the
is the
funny
first
is
time it's
been brought
told.
up that he can pay gold to double his speed. No, all I knew is that it made him faster. I thought that's where part of the 45 was coming in.
Nope. Barbarian gives the plus 10. It's naturally 35.
Okay, because all I knew is it made you faster.
Yeah, this is why we make all the jokes about Gar just basically teleporting. Because if he pays a gold coin, he has like 180 movement speed.
Well, no, if he pays a gold coin, he has 90, and then you times that by 4 for the
480.
Mm-hmm.
No, that'd be 360.
Well, either way.
Oh, right.
360 no scope.
Either way, we're starting to waffle a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like waffles.
Either way, I think Gar was just a blur running past. Anyway.
Well, I'm just considering Gar as a part of the group that could have possibly gotten caught, so would have benefited from the influence.
Oh, yes.
So Gar would have been invisible too, so it wouldn't have mattered.
It's a good thing I rested after our little ball throwing adventure.
Let me know when they're on the boat.
Oh yeah, you guys would be able
Gar's
to make
just
it back
there.
to the boat.
Okay, we're here.
Still invisible though.
Well, it's only for 5 turns. Which is 30 seconds.
Rose and Ghost would be slower, but they're flying around instead of, straight.
Yeah, they can catch up with the boat. They fly faster than it moves.
Oh yeah, by far.
So yeah,
Ghost would, whoa!
Yeah, they would say, send along, just go. We'll catch up.
So remember that thing I said to keep in your back pocket, Ghost? Could you mass broadcast everything that happened down there to anyone within range?
Doing so. Done.
Get fucked, Hashim.
So you just
I don't know
broadcast
this.
Hashim.
I'm sorry, but this
probably not a good idea. He'll probably start killing people.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this town tries to do anything against him, and this whole island's going to be dead.
Yeah, see, she's not thinking about that part. All that she's thinking about is destroying his operation here. Of course, it's down to whether or not Ghost actually sends that transmission to everyone.
He will, except for Hashim. Or rather, everyone within 1 mile. Carry on.
All right. So are you gonna be keeping tabs on what's happening in people's minds within the mile?
Absolutely.
Like, okay. Well, that's going to be interesting because one of the things that you're going to see as the ship is leaving port, as all of you are flying away, is that a rather nervous-looking guard, because they do have, like, at least some guards. It's more like, to stop drunken brawlers and all that. Kind of, because, like, there was this big fire, so, like, a couple of the guards were there. Is going to very shakily kind of, like, say that Hashim is going to be under arrest, and Hashim's going to look at him, point at him, and explode all of the blood from his body.
Well, let's hope those adventurers are somewhat okay.
I'm pretty sure between all those adventurers, they'd be able to cook up something. See, that's their quest. That's their story. Down here is our story.
So, one thing I will bring up about alchemists is that Hashim is a high-level alchemist, can heal himself, like, first of all, with Panacea. And second of all, it has an ability that he could use, like, 13 times a day that heals him, like, 13d10. Plus, like, 20, plus, like, 37, I think it was. So...
Well, you see, the strategy there is you just don't let him heal.
I know, but,
You just get him in one turn.
Rose's thinking in this is that, yeah, she's completely shutting down his operation here because this is too big for him to keep a lid on. Which means his options are either to pull out of town or kill everyone in the town, and then, well, now there's not a town.
Yeah, he's going to pick option B, because it keeps the sanctity of at least, some of it.
He can run a town by himself.
Or he can frame you guys.
Fine. That just gives us something to come back to.
How can he frame us?
Oh, because if everyone is dead except for him, it turns into a he said, she said. If he kills the entire town.
So how did he survive?
Easily, because it's hard to frame a dead man for a crime.
Your Honor, for my first witness, I call Dragomos to the stand.
Good luck getting him to show up.
Bro.
Say hi to the HKO.
But yeah, you guys would be able to leave really easily.
Now see, here's the thing though. Once he starts slaughtering, is he going to be able to stop everybody?
Yes.
That includes ships out in the harbor that notice that something's going on and decide maybe we shouldn't dock here.
Oh, well, there are none currently. The dock didn't have anything waiting.
Well,
at the
it's
dock.
not like
It's
these
like the middle
adventurers
of
are
the night.
wolven. They're not going to keep attacking.
Yeah, I get the feeling that at least some of those adventurers, once shit starts going down, they're going to be like, nope, not my problem, this is out of my pay grade, and they have various ways to nope the fuck out.
He has
Which is why the Adamantine Imperium is better than adventurers. At least they fight to the last man.
So, yeah, you guys are going to get away pretty much scot-free from this, at least for now.
And, yeah. Once back on the ship, Rose is just slumping against one of the railings. Just, oh my god, that got a little bit too spicy at the end.
Moriarty rubs her shoulders.
Oh, by the way, Rose, you did look fairly extensively into Necros abilities, right?
At least a cursory glance.
Well, when you were doing the research into what you could be in this world.
That was months ago.
Dimensions. Well, yeah, but I'm saying you did look into that, right? Also, it was
Yeah.
like a month ago.
In-game, yeah.
Yeah. You would be able to realize right away, like, you know, assuming that the twins, did you share what Hashim did? To the rest of the group? Sorry, I should have asked that first.
To blow the blood out of the...
When he did the blood thing to the guy.
I know what you're talking about. They kind of look a little troubled and are kind of talking between each other for an unusually long time before they decide to share it.
All right.
We think we
Rose,
might have done problems.
Rose, you would realize pretty much right away that he just used a upgraded, very strong version of a ghost strike that causes the target to bleed. To the point where it is infamous for the fact that it stops all magical healing when it's used on someone.
Well, we're off the island. It's no longer our problem.
Yeah. It's just an important thing.
It means he's that powerful.
Yeah. For which one it was, if you look in with your death sphere, it's called anemic wounds.
Does she say that out loud?
No, she wouldn't be saying that out loud.
Okay.
Well, this town has fallen to Lamash too.
Seemed that way.
I say that because of the statue that I gave to the mayor.
Here's my take on it. How frequently were people vanishing from those docks? How many skeletons did we dig up from the other assassins' work site? These people are churning through people like a mill. The more sites we can put out of business, the better.
Kind of boiking up, at least on my end.
Yeah, sorry, I walked in front of the air conditioner. That might be Timber's internet.
Yeah, it's just Timber. Your internet's acting up a bit.
It's one of those cases where it's better to lose 100 people in one day than 1,000 people over 100 days.
Think about it this way. What's happening right now to the people in the town, and there's an idol hidden in the mayor's house to Lamashtu.
Wait, what? When was that a thing?
That was the thing that I brought back from the adventure.
Oh. Well.
That it wouldn't have faded by now. It still had the finish of the festival before it fades.
Well, then Hashim might have an issue where the people that he's killing refuse to stay dead for a little while.
I mean, he's not going to struggle too much with that, let's be real.
Yeah, but it's annoying and an inconvenience.
All I'm hearing is just heresy upon heresy on heresy.
Alright, well...
This is why we crusade, men! To stop this!
If the slow-acting whatever isn't kicking in quite yet, Rose is actually going to be taking control of Philippides to hasten their pace as much as she can.
Twins,
Yes, Captain.
go over everyone. Make sure they don't got that that effect that got us before.
Oh yeah, that actually would be a good idea. Is Vesk
Yeah,
on
of
board?
course it's a good idea. The Kaiserin told me.
Vesk did make it aboard, right?
He did.
That was her asking in character. Vesk. We spent quite a while in close proximity to his various machinations. Wouldn't mind a quick once-over, if you don't mind.
I think you know as well as I do that the best way to describe the kind of medicine I know how to do is extremely late.
Okay, and?
You do realize she's undead, right?
I'm already
Yeah,
halfway there.
I don't fix the problems. I
You can
just
at
make
least
the problems not matter anymore.
Well, you can at least diagnose. You're better at this than any of us. You've been doing it a lot longer than any of us. Well, I mean, technically I think I might have been doing it for longer, but there's the whole reincarnation thing, so...
Rose, we also have the practicing priests.
And the twins. Buddhist, make sure to give that barrel of whiskey to the new guy with the explosive stuff.
He's gonna salute. As for what Vesk does, he's gonna give you all a look once over, and then kind of go, well, I'm not seeing anything right now, but from what I know of the guy, it's best to keep an eye on it. Has she dealing with him, his method of operation was always to make it not worth it. So you guys might be fine. You guys might only be fine for a week. You might only be fine for a month. But at some point, like, it's just best to keep it under good observation right now if you think you came into contact with something of his.
Oh.
Moriarty suddenly doubles over with explosive diarrhea.
And then he rockets off into the sky.
I'm blasting off again.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to find a way for Moriarty to leave this session.
Boat.
Oh, no.
You guys are on a boat. I was just thinking about the fact that, we could just make it so that way you guys are at least tangentially passing the island he wanted to look at for the treasure on. And then basically went, hey, come back for me in a little bit. So that way, we're not slowed down by this, but we can get a lot of money.
Yeah, we can send him off with a dinghy and a month's worth of supplies.
Sounds good.
Chemo with him.
That
How does
wasn't
that sound
about
to you,
the plan.
Moriarty?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Cool. If you do come back, your character's going to have a hell of a story to tell.
I'm sure he will. And I will write it.
Last note for closing out the session, she's going to talk to the priests and ask that she get daily checkups with notes taken and cross-referenced for any changes.
They will agree to do so. By the way, Moriarty, I have not forgotten, you do have a magical weapon, which means you can, in fact, stab the ghosts.
Actually, that's something I was thinking about.
I can duel the ghosts.
I was actually thinking about that earlier. Is that Rose has the Hatchet of Vengeance, and she has the sickle. So she has two one-handed weapons that can interact with ghosts. So when she encounters a ghost ship, she can just start ice climbing up the side of it.
True.
And before Moriarty goes, he'll have a moment with Tanya.
Rose, yeah.
Yeah, with Rose. This is strictly in
Rose.
character.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
I'm tired. The brain not thinky the goody. Thank you.
Well, no, it's explicitly is thinking the goodie if you're wanting a moment with Rose.
So as he's like, as he's getting those supplies set and like the dinghy all loaded up, he's gonna be like, Rose.
Yes.
So I don't know how long this is going to take, and I don't know what exactly you're gonna be up against while I'm gone. But I'd say at this point you know me pretty well, don't you?
Yeah, got a general understanding. And gonna be honest. If the past few days' events are anything to go by, I don't think using you as a moral compass is actually helping my fate any. Still want to keep you around though.
Well,
so don't get yourself killed.
I think part of it is the fact that if you tether your moral compass to me, then your own moral compass ain't really anything now, is it?
Something muscle that you don't use.
I think, there's definitely questionable choices that you make here and there, but I think you know how to make the right choices. And that's the important bit. Just, think about what I would do if I were here.
WWMD?
Yeah.
You know what? I actually do have something I want to do. She's going to retrieve Dexter de Palm and hand it to Moriarty. Follow all in. That is one of the Coco cams where the skeletal hand inside is painted gold and wearing a bracelet made out of fake gold and glass jewelry.
What does it do?
It's one of the Coco cams. It's just shinier. I've instructed it to follow any of your commands, and my ability to perceive through its eyes is infinite. If at any point in time it stops responding, I'll know something's happened to you.
If any time it stops responding, that means that she's dead.
Yeah, if at any point in time it stops following your commands, then you'll know something's happened to me.
We'd recommend being careful, though, because it might go berserk and try to kill you in your sleep if that happens.
It's a single skeletal hand. How much damage can it do? Giant foreshadowing text hovering behind her.
This is a literary device known as foreshadowing.
We'd also like to remind you that she likes to die a lot.
That is true.
It'll
pick back up if you. It'll pick back up if you wake back up.
Yeah, my phylactery only lasts for a few minutes, so if it ever stops responding, just keep an eye on it. If after an hour it's still not responding, then yeah, I'm dead for good.
All right. Don't try to worry me that much, though.
It also only takes a few seconds for you to die from lack of oxygen.
Don't worry, he's fine. He has the necromancer item. The undead item.
I'll be a bit alive.
He has the ghoulish perk. It can sometimes turn undead friendly. Anyways, yeah. So that's what she's doing. She's going to be leaving Dexter de Palm in his care, instructed to follow his instructions.
And he shall sort of, take her in, grab her by the shoulders, give her a little kiss on the forehead, and have a nice little, moment with her before he Terry's
Gets
off.
interrupted by Timble.
Timber, no.
You know, he comes marching up. And he picks up Moriarty with a big old hug. Right?
Oh no.
Slide a hand. There goes all his gold.
No. Timble's not that good, but he stuffed a bottle of holy water and one of those whatchamacallits. Oh yeah! You don't know it. Yes. Okay, so Timble gives you a bottle of holy water and imperial papers just in case.
You know what? I think
Perfect.
that is absolutely a perfect and fitting thing for Moriarty's departure. Timber finally getting one over on him.
Yeah. Just Moriarty. Moriarty, as he's sailing away, notices the extra thing in his pocket. Damn, they are learning from me.
All right, I think this is where we should go ahead and end then. Yes?
Yeah.
Alright, one thing to note before we do end, I did post the application form for the auditions. We are going to be recruiting another player for this campaign, for all of you out there in the chat. Go check out Creator News on the Discord to fill that out and apply to join. But for now, thank you all so very much for joining us today for Ascent to Ascend Pathfinder. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. There on the website, as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, as well as coming by, hanging out, grabbing packs of cards to Stream Loots, or subscribing to us on Stream Loots as well as YouTube. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
No.
I'm not crying, you're crying.